and gentlemen, members of Pine View's Trilogy.
And we do welcome you back once again. Pineview High School bringing the flag off of the field. We're minutes away from the start of tonight's ball game. We're just kind of really getting into it. Want to mention again our title sponsor, Summit Athletic Club, featuring Cubex. That is now open. Boy, they have really expanded. Got a great way for you to get out, either get in shape, stay in shape, or both. Whatever you'd like to do. The Summit Athletic Club featuring Cubex, 963 South Bluff there in St. George. I want to jump in real quick here. I did have a chance to go down. I'm looking at Coach's comments brought to you by Camping World. Appreciate it. I talked with Coach Hosner for a couple of minutes, and he really feels like they're ready. I asked him about the game last week, and he said, we really have been able to kind of put that behind it. Hated it, don't like losing, obviously. And then, of course, they've had that terrible situation with a suicide involving a young man that many of the players knew. And so he says that all, but he says, I think we've kind of been able to rise above. And he says, I'm kind of glad we got a game. Kind of get our minds straight, put us back in what we need to do.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. I mean, it's a real epidemic right now, and you hate to see it in your own school. I mean, 4.0 student, somebody that everybody knew, and obviously a lot of people trying to deal with that. And you got to give these kids time, but at the end of the day, I mean, when something like that happens, I think sports and family and football can bring you back to reality. And I think the best thing for these kids is to get out and play the game they love, and that's what they're going to do tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. I asked him about it. I says, how's that working out for you? They're using those two quarterbacks. And he goes, hey, the record's not too bad. It kind of speaks for itself. But he did tell us that he feels like that. He said, we're not going to move him around quite as much, talking about Dallin Brown now. Said he's going to stay in one position. In other words, he's going to play a series at QB. He may switch over to a wide out or a slot receiver or something, but he's not going to be going like they had back and forth. He goes, we realize that we just about wore that kid out.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a lot on his shoulders, but boy, oh boy, did Dixie have a great game plan last week. They rushed 2 and only 3, and they spied Jake Staley on Dallin Brown and said, hey, somebody else beat us. And you got to tip your hat to the Flyers. But Pineview there's still some tough games coming up. They've got Desert Hills, and Dixie still got Desert Hills. So, if Pineview can win out, maybe Desert Hills beats Dixie, they can get a co-region championship out of this thing. So they just got to keep focused on this game tonight, and we'll see what happens. I think Nolan Perry had this as a blowout point spread in the prediction thing, but
yeah,
you and I have, we've sat around and talked about, hey, should we do this game on the radio or should we do that game? And we're like, you know what? I always say expect the unexpected in Region 9. Hurricane Pineview over the years, Mike,
has been good football.
They've been a little chippy, a little rivalry. You go back to the Chris Homer era at Hurricane when we had some really good teams.
Right.
There was some battles. They would win one year and the other team would win the next year. A lot of times on the other team's home field. So we'll see what happens tonight. It's going to be fun. Need to have a big performance from Brock Starley, though.
Yeah.
You got to have Raymond Cordova play well. This is the team that doesn't have as many upperclassmen, not as experienced, and Pineview's loaded with upperclassmen and experience. And so we'll see what happens in this one.
I just had the coin flip here. The flip actually won by the Hurricane Tigers. They deferred to the second half, so they will be kicking off. The Panthers will receive to start our game tonight. And again, they will rotate back and forth, they being Pineview, between Croton and Brown at the QB. Maybe not as much as they have in the past, but I'll tell you what, I think a real key, X factor, whatever you want to call him tonight, again, is be Tosh Wright. That kid, he really seems to open up the other things you want to do. What a combination to have Tosh and Brown if they're in the backfield, whether it's a QB running back or co-running backs. That's a lot to the game.
Yeah, Tosh Wright, senior running back, played at Snow Can last year, moved across town this year, and he's a load, 240, light on his feet,
yeah.
run over you real quick. He's a bulldozer back, there's no question.
We welcome you once again on TV. We got you covered every which way we can tonight, on the radio, on the internet, on local TV. Thanks again for joining us. Appreciate the guys in the truck. They do such a great job. It's fun teaming up with them.
Yeah, sportsradio977.com. If you're heading home for the night, you can watch it on our website or TDS Cable Channel 22. Love to have you watch the game with us.
All right, Tigers will be kicking off once again. The Pineview Panthers back is kind of a low kick, hits at the 10, and they let it roll. It picked up at the 7-yard line, up to the 15. to the 20. 25 on his feet out near the 28 or 29-yard line. Looked for just a moment like he might break that a little bit more, but they do haul him down.
Yeah, Isaiah Moten kind of nonchalant getting over there, grabbing that football. Once he did, though, found some blocks and turned it into a pretty nice return. Hurricane kind of fortunate it didn't go out of bounds.
Yeah.
Pineview, not bad field position. You'll take that. That was kind of a coffin corner kick, but they got it at 30.
Brown will start at the QB slot. He has one back, that's right. He rolled to the near side, looks downfield, trips out there. Now he whips the pass out into the flat, catch, got the first down. Nice job. I was almost nonchalant, but he got it out there. I think that's Hunter Moore on the reception.
Yeah, got to know Hunter Moore last year during Pineview Panther basketball season. He's a nice young player, but he's one of their go-to wide receivers. His brother on the team as well. Kind of fun little brother-brother combo for these two teams.
Brown's in trouble. He gets away, tries to force it up near midfield, but there was one defensive player that got through. He was able to kind of hand push him away, but they got to him that time. When the first play, Devin, he had all day to throw.
Middle blitz from their Mike Science linebacker, Nicholas Swindlehurst, and I thought he was going to get to Brown. But Brown is so evasive back there in the pocket. He sidesteps it, lowest throw, but he lived to fight another down and avoid the sack.
Tosh Wright again in the backfield with Brown. They go double wide either side. No score, first quarter. We are just underway from Pineview. Out of the gun. He looks left, pump fake. Turns right back in. The ball comes loose, but I believe recovered by a Panther lineman. Whoa, would you say Brown had no idea there was somebody coming up from behind?
Well, they blitzed up the middle of the previous play. This time looked like they came off that left edge, and he pump faked and turned right back into the hit. And that's a heck of a hit right there by number 4, Hanneman Wolfgram.
Yeah, nice job by Wolfgram. The loss is back inside the 40. That'll bring up third and about 15 yards to go for Pineview. And again, back. Looks over the middle, fires it complete to the 45-40. He's off and running. If there's only one guy that can, he won't catch him. Touchdown, Pineview.
62 yards to pay dirt. Beautiful pass by Dallin Brown. Just enough touch, but enough zip to get it over the top. And then once Moten kind of did a little high step out of a would-be low tackle, as you're going to see for our viewers on television. Look at that nice pass, clothesline. And then right here, he's going to do a little hop step. Can't trip him up with the feet. And he's off to the races. Quick strike from the Panthers.
Wow, they hit it in a hurry. We still have 10:54, so played a minute 6. And already 6 points on the board. They'll try to make it 7 as Connor Brooksby out to do the point after. The lefty lines it up, waits for the snap. It's back, they get it down, foot into it, up through the middle, and got it. So Pineview over the top of the long pass, add on the PAT, and they lead it. We're going to take a break with 10:54 to go here. 45-second break, 7-0 Pineview on the one-loss scoreboard. Hi, we welcome you back once again. Glad to have you along with us. A quick strike by the Pineview Panthers. They got the ball first. They made good work of that. Now they will kick off. And the ball is in the air, deep. It'll go in and out of the end zone. So touchback, and the Tigers will have it at their own 20 as they start their first offensive series. Appreciate Roy's Pizza and Pasta. They are our pregame sponsor. I tell you what a way to enjoy a delicious meal. Anywhere, anytime, anyhow, give them a call, stop by. That's Roy's Pizza and Pasta. Now open in the shops at Zion.
Yeah, I love it because I just go on my mobile app when I'm on my home, and then pizza almost beats me there. You can just order it on the go. I know the menu inside and out. In fact, we had a couple fancy football drafts, and what did we do? I had a stack of Roy's Pizzas for all the guys, and everybody loves Roy's Pizza.
Amen. All right, here we go for the Hurricane Tigers' first offensive series. They take the fly sweep, handoff into the line. I don't think they got much out of that. A quick stop there. And so they're going to give them no gain. Second down, 10 yards to go.
You know, and I think that's a key. I mean, if Pineview can choose some clock, if they can establish a little bit of a run game and then pick their moments for Starley to try to hit some open receivers, that could be big for them. They don't want to go 3 and out and give Pineview a lot of possessions tonight because we just saw Pineview can score so fast.
Junior quarterback Brock Starley, where's the number 6 out of the gun. He has the double wide both sides with a single setback in the backfield. On the snap, drops back, wants to come to the near side. Over top, has it complete. It'll be short of the first down, but not a bad job by Raymond Cordova. He kind of is the favorite target this year for Starley.
Yeah, that's a high throw, a little bit off the mark, but he climbs the ladder. Looked like kind of one hand gets it, brings it in. That's solid concentration right there, and you got to love that, helping your quarterback out on a high pass by making a great catch. Sticky hands, I like to call that.
Yeah, pretty good job by Colby Hansen, held him 2 yards shy. So it's 3rd and 2 yards to go for the Tigers. They come around with the near side, and we have a flag go down. All right, in the air, possible hold. That'd be tough. That would have been right at the stick. I don't know if they see. Well, they do mark it. It'll be first down if they give them the play, but I have a feeling it's coming back.
I like the misdirection, but Dallin Brown coming up from the free safety was there.
It's a hold, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, update on that MLB game we had on earlier. That's still going bottom 10th now. Brewers have runners on first and second with 1 out. So Brewers threatening. They just need a run to win this game. And there you see shot of that replay and a little bit of a grab there. That's a drive killer right there.
Yeah.
Instead of, 3rd and manageable, 3rd and short, now you're back to 3rd and about 12.
Absolutely. A lot of whistles. I'm not sure what's going on down on the field. Officials step in, kind of stop things for a moment.
Well, it's a spot foul from where the hold occurred, so maybe just making sure they got the spot right. Looks like they're putting
I think you're right.
At the 20. And they're going to move the ball forward
back
2
to the
yards.
20.
Yeah.
Wow. All right, well, 2-yard differential. Now 3rd down, 10 yards to go for the Tigers. Starley out of the gun. Turns. In trouble, flips it over. They try the screen. It's intercepted at the 15, and it's a walk in for a touchdown. Oh, just that quick. There's a lineman that says, thank you very much.
Brooks Melee, so happy for that young man. I mean, been through a lot, lost his father last year. He was such an integral part of this team. And, you're trying to throw that screen pass, but Melee read it, and he's going to be a Cougar, going to play for BYU. And he tipped it, caught it, and then didn't tuck it right away, but he knew what to do. Get downfield, big fella. And just like that, 13-0 Panthers on the defensive touchdown.
The big guy got to be loving life right now, and Pineview trying to make short work of this one. They'll try for the point after. Connor Brooksby. Ready? And whistle. Got a flag, going to be an offsides against the Tigers.
Offsides on the Tigers.
So they'll re-kick unless they determine to change. They will move the ball a little bit closer. Seem to be taking a lot of time figuring out where the ball should be. I don't know, it's too hard. How do you go halfway between the 2.5? That's the 1 1/4, folks. 9 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Right now, 13-0. And Connor Brooksby trying to make it 14. He's got a strong sure leg.
Yeah, Panthers have had a really reliable kicking game for a number of years. Tigers have too. Remember Corey Edwards was there for a lot of years, then kicked for BYU for 4 seasons. It's good.
Nails it just inside the left upright, so it's quickly 14-0 now in favor of the Pineview Panthers on the 1-loss scoreboard. We're going to take just a quick 30-second break. We'll be right back.
maybe you can make retirement happen. After all, you made this vacation happen.
Double points with every purchase?
Cleverly merging promotions.
Love it.
Cross-referencing travel sites. And booking all your flights with those...
Vouchers. I got us bumped.
They were like, oh. But now they're like...
All right, welcome back in the first quarter already. We've only played
vacation.
3 minutes and already 2-touchdown lead for the Pineview Panthers. They will be kicking off. Left-footed Connor gets it away, end over end, and once again hits right at the back of the end zone. So they'll bring it out, and the Hurricane Tigers will try it from their own 20-yard line. Again, didn't work so good that first time.
Yeah, big Brooks melee going in from about 21, 22 yards out. They're trying to, excuse me, I like that screen call, Mike. I think on third and long, try to get that rush coming. Starley did everything right, backpedaled. He just didn't throw it far enough downfield. Running back was kind of drifting. He needs to kind of circle up and find some open space there, and unfortunately, Tigers find themselves in a big hole early. Need a good drive here. Need to move the sticks a couple times. You want to try to get back in this thing. Still a long way to go.
All right, see the score there, 3-2 Brew Crew.
That's it. It's over.
That's it, final, huh? All right.
Mustakis single to right. Yellett scored.
Tigers go straight
So
ahead.
Tigers straight ahead, got a couple of yards. They'll move it up to the 25. Well, the 25-yard line. It'll be second down, about 5 yards to go. They just need to get something to work for them, Devin. Need to get, if you're going to pound it out, see what you can do. But Pineview knows that if you just start running only one thing, then that's what they'll concentrate on. So Starley with out of the gun. Single setback with him. Drops back, has time. Now pressure up the middle. Get a hand on him, and he throws that just out of bounds.
Yeah, just a nice job by Starley to save the down. He got it to the line of scrimmage. He was outside the pocket. Late flag, though. Maybe they
really didn't, Evan.
Maybe he didn't get outside the tackle box. I thought he did, Mike.
That's intentional grounding. I think they're ruling he did not.
It's a loss of down.
Wow.
Well, there was no intended receiver.
That's true.
But he was trying to run left, throw back across his body. He didn't have the arm strength to get it to an open receiver, so he was just throwing it away. But it just must have been a judgment call on exactly where he was when he threw the football.
And they were quick on the flag. I mean, they made the decision quickly. So the ball now back to the 13-yard line, where it's third down and about 18 yards to go for the Hurricane Tigers. Trading already 14-0. We're just about 6 minutes or 4 minutes into this first quarter. Motion man from left to right. Sets up. Now comes back on the fly. They fake the fly. So pass out, no good. Dropped. I think they're going to rule it incomplete.
Yep, he dropped it. He was trying to set up a wide receiver this time. They tried the middle screen with the running back. Now they're going to try a wide receiver screen. And just a nice job closing on the outside by the DB over there. And just kind of ripped that ball away and forced the incompletion.
Boy, nothing right now working for the Hurricane Tigers as they have to get rid of the football, meaning Pineview's going to get a hold of it in good field position.
Got to give a shout out to Joslin, the senior cornerback there, though. He definitely had a catch, but they got to get that ball out sooner. Got to get the receiver sooner so he has time to catch it and then make a football move up the field.
Setting up for the kick. The punt will come right from around the goal line. And it's a low snap. He just does get it away. And Brown has it at the 45 to the 40, 35, down to the 30, far sideline, inside the 35 or the 25 before he is finally forced out of bounds. And here they are, nearly right back in the red zone again.
Yeah, red zone all season long, brought to you by Current Christensen, NAI Real Estate. And if you're looking for some commercial property, looking for a new place to open up some businesses, and businesses booming, so much growth in Southern Utah, Current Christensen can help.
Got you covered. All right, so Pineview back to work from the 23-yard line. Handoff straight ahead. Big hole right, finds it, and he's going inside the 5. They catch him down around the 2-yard line. Wow.
22-yard gallop, Mike. Great job by the left side of that offensive line. He just takes it right inside the tackle. Nice seal on the edge. Tosh isn't touched until about the 8-yard line, and then that big body stretches down inside the 5.
Big Brennan Shaw, number 58, give him some credit. Boy, he was moving a lot. And
pass outside, and that's a touchdown, Panthers.
wow. I got to quit looking down. They're scoring so fast now.
It was a wide receiver hitch. It was an all-hitch route, and Brown went quick and hit Moore. That's Michael Moore. Michael Moore, the younger brother to Hunter Moore, and just boom, just like that. Panthers up big. Looks like we're closing in on our Holbrook Asphalt big score dessert. We still got 7:41 left in the first quarter.
All we need is 5 points, right? Well, maybe 4 after this one. As once again, Connor Brooksby into the point after. The kick is more of a line drive, but at least it went through. So Pineview builds the lead. We're going to take another quick 30-second break. Once again, we check the one-loss scoreboard. 7:41 to go in the first quarter now. 21-0 back in 30.
Por las cosas que nos pueden mantener seguros. Y ahora, las que llevamos con nosotros ofrecen alertas inalámbricas de emergencia. Por medio de un sonido y vibración particular, estarás al tanto donde quiera que estés.
We just finished dinner and it was time for homework. He hates homework.
It makes no sense.
I don't know how he finds anything in his backpack.
I can't find my backpack.
I couldn't even read his handwriting.
Holding the pencil makes my hand hurt.
I know he's bright.
Why is it so hard for me?
He's
I'm
just gotta
trying as
try a
hard
little
as
harder.
I can.
When you can see learning and attention issues from their side, you can be on their side. Go to understood.org.
And we
a free
welcome you
online
back to
resource with support
Pineview
and
High
tools to help
School.
your child
Already
thrive.
21-0. Panthers with the lead. Third consecutive kick. I think he put an X in the back of that end zone, and he hits it every time, D. Too deep, they won't run it out.
Bad news for Dixie. Benuelos, I'm hearing, got hurt early on in that game. Dixie still leads 7-0 over Canyon View. Their star running back got nicked up. Don't know how severe. About 6.5 minutes left in the first quarter. That update brought to you by Hearst Ace Hardware. Cedar and Snow Canyon, the other game going on tonight, and still no score in that game. We'll keep you updated.
That's too bad. Benuelos, he means so much to the Flyers this year.
Boy, they've had some bad injuries. You know, Jacob Barban a couple seasons ago. Hobbs Nyber got nicked up. You know, they've had some injuries for their postseason runs, and it's really hurt the Flyers.
Now another mistake. They're going to call it procedure, but the right tackle pulled, and he was the only one. He looked good, but no one else moved, so that'll cost him 5. That'll bring up 15 yards to go.
Don't want to play spoiler alert, but we normally would have either Knights hockey or NFL Thursday Night Football tonight, Patriots and Colts. And right now, New England, Edelman's back, and they're leading the Colts 14-3 midway through the second quarter in that game.
Wow. A little rough start for them, but they've certainly changed things. A handoff won't even get back to the original line of scrimmage, so it did pick up about 3 to the 18-yard line. That'll set up now second down and 12 yards to go.
Hayden Eves, hard run right there, but I like the way that Colby Hansen, the junior linebacker, came and closed and finished. He comes from the outside and boom, hits a hit. Almost disrupted that ball out of there. It was kind of coming loose. It was recovered by Pineview, but they blew that dead. That was close to being a fumble, Mike.
Yeah, Matavao jumped on it, but it was off the ground. A good call by the officials. Second still long, about a dozen yards from the 18-yard line. And they hand it off up the middle, breaking a couple of tackles. Will not get the first down, but not a bad job there. That's Eves, the senior running back. That'll give them third and manageable. Now third and about 3 yards to go.
Well, they ran that same play, but they gave it on the end around, and then Starley threw out of it. That time was the first time they actually gave it to their running back and got positive yardage. And now you got third and manageable here. They really need to move the chains here, Mike. Get a Fabulous Freddy's first down.
Something good's got to happen. Ian Lambert in motion, back in trouble, swing a pass, too tall, trying to force it to the outside, looking again for Cordova. It's almost like Pineview knew that. Cordova had double coverage, and he couldn't even get close to it.
Well, they're going to run Cordova on a hitch and then a return to the outside. So the hitch is not there first, and then he breaks to the outside. And, you know, that ball put on the hands, he's got to step on the DB,
Yep.
but it was just too far out in front, and the Tigers have to punt the football.
4th and 3, and the Tigers will give it up again as Brown back around his own 35-yard line, awaiting this punt from the Tigers. Snap right on, kick forced that they hit him. We're going to have a flag on hitting the kicker. I think I believe the Tigers are going to maybe maintain possession. They call it a personal foul running into the kicker, major walk-off, 15 yards, automatic first down.
Yeah, he's going to take a couple stutter steps, and he's going to get a low driving kick. The block was nearly there. Almost looked like he got a piece, but you got to protect the kicker when he comes down. Didn't have time to plant and protect himself right at the knees. Dangerous play and the right call to make in that situation. And a little break for the Tigers. They needed it because they have yet to get a first down on offense, and they're already down 21-0. And new life here. You can maybe put a little drive together,
There
come
you
away
go.
with some points.
Got a little room to maneuver now out in their midfield. The ball's at the 42-yard line. Tigers have it. First down and 10 yards from there. Again, Hurricane spreads the field. 4 wideouts, 2 either side. On the fly, they do hand it off. Lambert circling around the outside. Gets to the outside. Gets about 3, maybe 4 yards. That's going to be about it across the 45 to the 46-yard line.
Yeah, Ian Lambert, only a junior, trying to get the speed. Got the edge, turned upfield. Nice play on the jet sweep. I like how Starley carried out the fake, too. You know, after he'd given the handoff on that fly sweep, he went ahead and pump fake like he still had the ball, even though it was with an empty hand. Try to freeze those linebackers as long as you can and give your running back a chance to get out and make a play. Now, was there a flag down?
There's an injured player, but he's off the field. I can't see. His coach with the red shirt is right in front of him.
Yeah, Intermountain Sports Medicine team. There's their longtime trainer, Mark Sommer, out there. Appreciate Intermountain Sports Medicine, keeping our athletes safe. There's a good shot at the, I can't see a number yet. He's getting up, 64. And that is Tanner Wright.
He looks to be all right. Big senior offensive lineman. And he's up walking around, a little gimpy, but he's all right. That's good. I didn't see him for a while because they stopped playing. I'm looking, I didn't see him, but he was just off field. So here we go. 5:54 to go, quarter one, 21-0. And right now, though, Hurricane trying to get something going. They have 2nd and 6 from their own 46-yard line. Need to get to the Pineview 48 for the first down. Cordova comes wide to the near side, trips to the right. And again, Brock Starley. Handoff into that line. Not much there, maybe a yard on the carry. Not a lot of room there for Hayden Eve.
Yeah, pulled the guard there, just trying to get that kick out block, but couldn't really get it enough of a crease for Eves to squeak through second level. This defensive line for Pineview strong.
Yeah,
strong,
they are.
physical team.
Looks like he went up expecting to have a bit of a way through there. There was nothing. So 3rd down now, and we'll call it 5. 3rd and 5 after a gain of 1 on that last play. Clock running, 4:51 to go, first quarter. 21-0 on the one-loss scoreboard. Here comes the pressure. They throw it up, deep man won't get there.
I like it. That's their deep threat, though, Cordova. You're going to try to get that one-on-one matchup on the outside and take a shot. You know, 3rd down, maybe not the preferable down to do that, but you're thinking they're going to try to go something at the sticks, try to use his speed. So I don't mind that play call, but you would have liked to have picked up that first down, then taken the shot.
Yeah. Connor Johnson on defense, so pretty much step for step. There was not a lot of room to get that in. So 4:43 to go.
Got to angle these kicks away from Dallin Brown, Mike. You got to keep it out of his hands. Kick it out of bounds around the 15.
Well, he put it high, and fair catch called for, and then he was nailed. Christian Haynes, I don't know what he was thinking, but he leveled Brown.
Yeah, I mean, Dallin Brown clearly through the hand, swiped it across the sky. It was a late fair catch call, but plenty of time to still avoid the hit. He just ran straight into him, and that's going to give Pineview really good field position here. That's a 15-yarder.
Yep. So that'll yeah, you're right. Give him pretty good field position.
I've seen that called targeting before too, because if you hit him up high with the head, I remember Mike Needham covering a punt at BYU 2 years ago. He got ejected for the game for targeting on a punt return fair catch. He didn't see the signal, and it happens sometimes. That was really close to being helmet-on-helmet contact.
It was. Yeah.
I like letting him play like that, but when he's calling fair catch, he's opening himself up to that hit.
Right.
Got to protect the return guy.
Once again, the new quarterback in. They go up top, got a man out there. It's Brown, and he has it at the 25 down near the 15-yard line. And that's when it really works, is when you take McLeod Croton, slip him in, and who do you throw to? The other guy that plays quarterback.
Yeah, Castaneda, no chance here. Brown too fast, blows by Castaneda. And McLeod Croton, you can call him Gunner too.
Yeah.
And that almost was underthrown a little bit where Brown had to kind of pin it between his face mask and his chest. But obviously huge completion.
Come back and got it. They go back to work on the near side. Croton looking for room. He'll not get in, but he's inside the 10-yard line. And boy, look how fast they chew up yards.
Yeah, and he took a Rocky Mountain collision at this end of this run. Coach Hosner's going to give him a little fist pump, but that was a hard hit. But here's the play that set him up. Look at him pin it to the face mask there. And good job by Castaneda to not give up on the play and at least save the touchdown for now. But Pineview's deep in the Kern Christensen NAIXL red zone again, already up 21-0.
And the handoff, there's a lot of room. Look at that. That was so wide open. Another touchdown. I believe that was Chris Caver, number 22. Was that
Tosh Wright.
Was it Wright? Okay,
yeah.
Sorry.
28, Tosh Wright. I mean, I thought it was 28. Yeah, it's Tosh Wright.
Yeah, there he is. Okay.
Yeah, Tosh Wright just going to get a zone read. Look at Brown. He's reading the DB. He sees the DN there.
Yep.
And so he gives it. That's the correct read. Tosh Wright knows what to do. He just scores touchdowns.
Amen. And Wright rumbles for another one. We have 4 minutes to go in the first quarter and just about ready for our 28th point. And the foot is into it, and it is up and splits the upright. So once again, doing a great job, and we have another of our point after touchdown. I know Utah Gastroenterology, I knew it was in there somewhere. Certainly appreciate them, but did you know that a colonoscopy is the most effective method of screening for colon cancer? It's one of those things you never look forward to, but you're really happy after the fact. You know you're all right.
Hey, quick Hearst Days Hardware update. Told you Tyson Miller scored from a yard out, and Bemuelos got a little nicked up. Don't know the severity of that, but report from Snow Canyon, Miles Reynolds, 12-yard touchdown run early in the second quarter. So Snow Canyon on the road at Cedar strikes first.
Wow. I think that's important for the Warriors tonight. They really do need to get a victory in the region right now, tonight. And they got a chance. Cedar has really been an up-and-down team this year. They go from really good to terrible. Kick is same spot, through and out of the backfield. So it'll come out to the 20-yard line where, again, Hurricane will start from that pretty, they know that. They've been there 3 or 4 times already. 28 points, and we're not even out of the first quarter. Hurricane Tigers here struggling again tonight. And they've had a couple of games when they were in it, playing well. Then they've had another couple of games where, wow, they're getting the points scored on them right and left. I'm afraid it looks like tonight Pineview is taking no prisoners.
Well, and normally, you know, they like to go fast. Tonight they like to go even faster. I mean, they're running plays under 10 seconds.
Yep. Handoff up the middle. Looked like for a minute there was an opening, and then there was nothing. Hayden Eves ends up about 2 yards back after that door slammed. And they're going to give him actually a -1. So he loses a yard. 2nd and 11. No, I take it back. Gave him a yard. 2nd and 9. Tigers trying to get anything happening with 3.5 to go here in the first quarter. Fake the sweep. Swing pass out. Pretty good job. They break across the 25. It won't be a first down. But again, it does bring up a 3rd and manageable play here. This time they got Eves out of the backfield. He was kind of in a little circle route behind, and he picks it up 2 yards shy of the 28-yard line.
Yeah, I like what they're doing with the short passing game, trying to get guys in open space, pick up some yardage. Big third down here. Got to move the sticks, Mike.
Yep, absolutely. They've got to get. They did move them once, but it was on a big hit, running into the kicker penalty. They need something offensively to make it happen. So here we go with a wide out to the near side. That is Cordova, all alone on the near side. Now we have another flag. And Pineview's Hurricane says, yeah, 5-yard walk-off offside. So for the second straight time, the first down to Hurricane via the penalty.
Yeah, that'll hurt, yeah. And that's what they need, though. Tigers got to try to take advantage.
So they'll take whatever they can get. It is 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line. Back out of the gun, stands in the pocket, looks for help, fires it over the top. Looks like he was looking downfield that time for Wolfgram. I don't know if Wolfgram slipped or tripped or whatever, but he went to the turf and the ball sailed 5 yards over his head. Stops the clock with 2:12 to go. We're still in the first quarter, second down, and 10 yards to go. All Pineview to this point tonight here at Pineview High School. Fabulous Freddy's, our first down sponsor.
Yeah, still got that unlimited car wash club. You get the free VIP upgrade on Tuesdays. Only $25 a month. Even your car looking fabulous.
Back. They go with a handoff straight ahead. Does not fool too many people. That defensive front line of the Panthers standing tough, Devin. Again, just a 1-yard gain, and that was it. Again, Eves just nowhere to go in there.
Update on that Dixie Canyon game. Reggie Graff hit Josh Kazir on a 40-yard touchdown. So that's how the Flyers got the 14-0 lead.
It, huh?
Yep.
Good stuff. 1:40 to go here in this one. 3rd down and 9 now for the Hurricane Tigers. On their own 33-yard line. Swing pass out. It's complete, but it's going to be a very short gain. And once again, good movement to the ball by the Pineview Panthers on the defense. That was Luke Wright. Luke out there, just a sophomore. Hung on, but it's 4th and long.
Good news. I was mistaken, Mike. Graff hit Kazir for a 40-yard gain down to the 10. Benuelos came back in the game, so that's good. Must not be too serious of an injury.
Good to have
he ran it in for the touchdown.
Now he's feeling a lot better, isn't he? All right, it is 4th and long, a punting situation again for the Tigers. And Pineview's been coming. High snap, but he gets it away. And it's going to hit, take a couple of bounces. Brown says, nah, I'm not even going to risk this one. So the ball will roll dead of the 21-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Pineview Panthers. Make that the 22-yard line. Game tonight being brought to you in part by Intermountain Sports Medicine. Boy, they are great sponsors. They help us on our timeouts, but we appreciate them and their support. Mike Tolman for Pineview and Michelle Hudson, Hurricane. Thank you.
Marcus Homer.
Michelle
Hudson's Pineview.
You're right. That's right. I looked on. I connected them wrong there. Handoff, looking for room outside 30. Tripped up from behind. Getting the first down. I think that, Devin, saved a huge gainer for a minute there. That looked like Sertonio was on his way. I watched this kid play 2 weeks ago, and he is a good ball player. They fake to him. Now they swing the pass out. It is complete, and nearly another 8-9 yard gain on the swing pass. Sam Lefevre.
Yeah, Lefevre that's just a hitch.
Yeah.
And then good blocking. You love the receivers going downfield, stock blocking for him. Moten got the first one inside seal. On the outside, I think it was Moore.
And they look it over the middle, all alone at the 30, to the 25, to the 20, on his way, and touchdown.
56-yard touchdown connection. Gavin Bateman reeled it in for the score.
You know, they had trips on the near side, and it's like the defense said, okay, we'll take these two outside guys. You let that guy in the middle go because he was wide open.
And Down Brown looked left, and then this was a second read, but it was the right one. He was wide open running down the seam.
Yep.
Too easy right there, Mike. All Panthers. And continuous clock now already going to start running when we start the second quarter if this PAT goes up and through. Brought to you by Utah Gastroenterology.
And the kick is up, and it is good. And Connor Brooksby keeps that string alive. And it's all Pineview, now 35-0. And the clock winds down to the end of quarter number one. We'll take a 1 minute break, 35-0. Pineview back in one.
Did you hear about the pony with a sore throat? He was a little horse. Can I tell you a cat joke? Just kidding. Why couldn't the Why was the basketball court all wet? Why? Because the players kept dribbling all over it. Where did cats go on vacation? New York.
Club will draw 3 weekly winners. Each receive $50 cash each. Now listen, check the ball and look for the Frogger sticker on it. If you caught a ball with the Frogger sticker, head on down to the south end zone right now to compete in the Frogger race for cash at halftime. If you have a Frogger sticker on your football, head on down to the south end.
Once again, welcome back to Pineview High School. Mike McGarry, Double D Devin Dixon here tonight, and boy, it's been just all Pineview here in the first quarter. The end of 1:35-0. They kick off again, and once again, same situation. Connor Brooksby's pretty confident. He knows exactly what he's doing, where he's going. I think he's hit it within 5 yards of each one every time.
Big foot. Yeah, and, could be a next level kicker, Mike. He honestly has a strong leg. 3 games going on in Region 9 tonight. Of course, tonight's game's on a Thursday because UEA weekend. Next week's games will be on a Wednesday
night.
And then they'll have this regular season finale back on a Thursday. So we're done with Friday night games for the final 3 weeks of the season.
That's kind of strange to think, isn't it?
Playoffs right around the corner.
Can you believe that? 3 weeks left in regular season?
Yeah, I think the Snow Canyon Cedar winner tonight still got a really good chance to slide into the playoffs as the number 4 seed. Canyon View has 2 wins.
Especially because that give them their second win, Canyon View with the 2. Working up the middle, picking up a couple of yards, and that's about it to the 22-yard line. So, again, the Tigers straight ahead for 2. Second down now, about 8 yards to go. But on that, Snow Canyon, obviously, you would think without a win tonight, they may just not have to pack their bags at all this year. Tough year for Warriors. I think there was a lot of anticipation.
That sophomore class is loaded with talent.
They are.
They might be a year away, but if they can taste the experience of being in the playoffs this year, that can go a long way for next year.
Swing a pass complete on the outside, but they're going to lose 2 yards on the completion. It's like he caught the ball, and I think that was Cordova, but he didn't know which way to run, and he ended up going down.
Yeah, you're going to try to misdirect with the running back flaring out to the right in the flat, but there's just really not much room to go anywhere. Colby Hansen closed on that quickly.
He did indeed. Clock running. We played a minute plus here in the second quarter. And again, Tigers, I'm not sure they've got an offensive first down. They did pick 2 via penalties, which got them up into midfield. They just need to get something rolling. They need something to work for them. In trouble, the quarterback caught, and down he goes.
Yeah, just too much pressure from the front 5. Really not sending a lot extra on that one.
That's Hansen again. Boy, he's all over on defense.
Yeah, and 48's kind of got his hand on him there. And who's 48 for Pineview? I don't have him in my roster. I got the official Pineview roster too.
Tony Taimi?
Yeah, that's got to be him.
That is him. And they'll be kicking away. Comes from about the 5-yard line. relatively short, and it hits and goes out of bounds. So it'll stay in the same side of the field, out of bounds, marked at the 42-yard line. Pineview again out with a short porch. And they will have it 1st and 10 on the Tiger 43-yard line. 35-0.
Jackson Garrett just threw a touchdown and hit Tavian Brown. And it was a long one, Mike, a 40-yarder. So Cedar has tied up Snow Canyon.
Wow, handoff. Tosh Wright lowers the head and the shoulder, bowls the head down inside the 40 to about the 37-yard line. Good gain of at least 5. We'll call it 2nd down and 5 yards to go, and Pineview's ready to go again. Round of the QB, Tosh Wright, right beside him. Almost a double wing this time on the offense. Plenty of time in the middle. He got a man wide open. Cotton, another touchdown. Almost too easy.
Michael Moore.
Yeah, Moore.
Wow, just a post route. Didn't look, just nothing flashy, just a simple post route. Nice little floater. Moore just burned his guy. And Dallin Brown having a nice passing game here against the Hurricane Tigers. Just too easy. Touchdown Panthers, PAT coming up and make it 42-0. Wow.
You know, and that was a good job on the camera. You could actually see Dallin Brown's eyes. He looked, saw, and just followed through and made the perfect pass. Now the PAT, gastroenterology, point after test, is good, up and through. We take another 30-second break, 9:28 to go here in half number 1. Pineview up big, 42-0. We're back in 30.
Where do you find the titans of classical music in St. George? Classical music on Radio St. George, 100.3 FM. Where do you find the legends of jazz? Evenings on Radio St. George, 100.3 FM.
And we are back. Pineview once again goes back kicking off. I can tell you what's going to happen because it's happened every kickoff. He's going to kick it to within 3 yards of the backside of the end zone. Oh, I lied. It's right on the 1 yard line. It's dropped into the end zone, but the same situation. So it'll be brought out to the 20-yard line.
Yeah, maybe didn't get all of that one.
First time I bring it up, and he doesn't quite go as deep, but it's the same thing. So.
Get you up to speed on the other scores. Brought to you by Hearst Ace Hardware. Cedar gets a Garrett to Tavian Brown 40-yard touchdown, so 7-7. Mahi had a long run. Reggie Graff punched in. Dixie's up on Candyview 21-0. Of course, here been tuned into what is looks like a route, 42-0. All Pineview Panthers.
Yeah, I'm not too surprised by the Dixie game. I mean, the Falcons they had like a 2-game mini series. They looked really good. And now they've kind of slipped back again. And they try this time, the end around. Now he tries the left, not working, comes back to the right, finds a crease, up across the 30, a first down. Probably the best run of the night by Wolfgram.
I love it.
He didn't give up.
I love the effort. I mean, that's a design misdirection to go out to the left. You know, he moves the sticks, nice chunk, but he ran 40, maybe 45 yards.
Yeah, for a 13-yard gain.
Yeah. I mean, showing you some nice, beautiful juke moves, though.
Yeah, good job. The ball is placed down at the 33-yard line, where, again, the Tigers have it. 8:53 and running here in the first or second quarter. Boy, a lot of time taken. Now they break. Wide to the near side comes Ian Lambert. And they go with just a handoff on the outside. And, whoa, there is a stick. Oh, I like that. A Rocky Mountain collision. Big hit. He got right to the line of scrimmage. Watch this on the replay there. 1, 2, 3 steps. Boom.
Koa Katoa.
Backwards.
Hello.
Yeah.
Boom. Appreciate Rocky Mountain Collision. They take the dent out of accident. Hope you don't need them, but if you do, they'll get your car back to better than ever. From a minor little parking lot accident to a heavier collision, Rocky Mountain collision.
I may have to go talk to those folks.
Uh-oh. Did you have a shopping cart run away from you?
I had a minor collision. Trying to put it up, nowhere to go, and down he goes. Did, I think, maybe got back to within about a yard of the line. Couldn't quite get there, so down goes Starley. Going to bring up 3rd and 11. Again, it looked like for a moment, I tell you, we're seeing some really good speed. Not only are the Pineview Panthers big, they're pretty swift of foot as well.
Yeah, I mean, they would have their eyes open last week. They went in that game thinking they would beat the Dixie Flyers, and when they lost by 6 points, sometimes a loss like that can really refocus you. There's Nick Hansen, their new defensive coordinator. Remember, he was with Carl Franke on that staff at Desert Hills.
Yeah.
Coming over new this year to Pineview. He's a heck of a DC.
So look at the far side, complete first down and then some, still on his feet into Pineview territory. Again, a good run, but still on his back. I don't know if he's injured or winded. Maybe just winded.
Yeah, I like that.
Wow, nicely done.
That screen, it worked.
Hey.
But again, a hard tackle. Pineview means business when they're tackling him.
Yep.
Got your second-level lineman downfield, and he outran them all. He couldn't really get a block, but there was a block in the back there that went uncalled, it looked like, by Cordova.
The ball down to the 47-yard line as the Tigers get into Pineview territory. Moving the ball a little bit here. 6:45 to go. Quick snap, rolling to the near side. Starley in trouble. Now he just hangs on and heads to the sideline. Gets about as much as he can. He does cross the 45. Down to the 42, pick up of about 5 yards. Again, he ran a long way to get 5 yards.
Yeah. You know, his eyes are downfield, had the edge, and then just kept moseying, got all he could before finally run out of bounds.
6:34 time remaining now here in the first or second quarter. And it is second and about 6. We got about 4 yards on the carry. Pineview leading it big, 42-0 over the Hurricane Tigers. Waiting. And somebody moved too quick. And Ian Lambert, among others. So, procedure call. Well, that hurts. You gain 4 tough yards. Now you lose 5. And they move it right back to the 48-yard line. Second down, now 11 yards to go. 6:34 to go. And don't forget, tonight, following the ball games, we'll have a quick wrap-up of all the scores from all the games. This one's pacing pretty quick because of the score.
Yeah, no doubt.
Out of the gun. Starley left. He's rolling left. He wants to throw right. He gets dumped, but he does get rid of the football before that. That's a case where you knew that's all he could do. He was running left. He's a right-hander. That's about the hardest thing to do, so finally he just flipped it out of bounds. And 6:26 time to go. As it did stop the clock, third down, 11 yards to go. Still in quarter number 2. Appreciate all of our great sponsors tonight. Acceleration, play-by-play. A lot of young guys here in Region 9 get the help they need. All right, a long time in the huddle for the Tigers as Starley breaks him out, sends Cordova wide left, trips to the near side, and a single setback. That's Eves back with him. In trouble, pressure there. He gets away, launches one downfield, and it's out of bounds. Nearest guy out there was Lambert, but it was well out of bounds, so that'll bring up 4th and long. 6:18 to go here in the first half of action. Again, in that second half, if things stays as they are, they'll start the clock and run it because of the at least 35-point differential. That's when it gets a little even tougher to come back. So a punting situation for the Tigers. Snap is back, pressure comes, but they keep it away. Kick hits, bounces, and it's going to roll. Touched at the 22-yard line by the Tigers. So that's where Pineview will have it First down and 10 yards to go. We go the other way.
We'll see if the Panthers go with Croton or Brown here on this series. Been mainly Brown at quarterback, although Croton did come in for a series.
It's Brown right now, it looks like. Yep.
When Croton came in, who'd he go to? Dallin Brown caught that deep pass over the Tigers defense and secondary.
Keeps it himself on the option, and he gets the outside, finds a hole, busts through. One guy to beat, sidesteps, but they finally hold on to the ankle. But Brown gets it all the way down to about the 47-yard line in Hurricane territory.
And Dallin Brown, I mean, you can see why Air Force wants him to run the option. I mean, just a great job with the read option there. Not the triple option, the read option. But he hung that ball up high. He's got to be careful with the football.
Back, plenty of time, looks it over the middle, got a man out there, is caught at the 20-yard line. First and 10 again for the Pineview Panthers. And that's pretty good concentration out there once again by Taimi.
18. I think it was
18?
Was it Lefevre?
All right.
I think he comes back and catches this. He's underthrown a little bit.
You're right.
And he comes back and helps Dallin Brown out. And now they're into the Kern Christensen NAIXL red zone.
All alone in the end zone, another touchdown. And this one I do know, it's 17, Michael Moore.
Wow. Just so quick. What was that, a 3-play drive, Mike?
Yeah.
3-play drive. Dallin Brown caps it off. Beautiful touchdown pass. You know, Moore had so much separation, he actually turns around and backpedals and catches that. The speed of these Panthers receivers just way too much for the secondary of the Hurricane Tigers tonight.
That young man on defense there is a sophomore. Good learning experience. He got turned around every which way but right. Shot is up and through once again on the Utah Gastroenterology point after. And now it is 49 to nothing on the one-loss scoreboard. We'll take a quick 30-second break. We'll be back. 5.5 to go here in the first half. Pineview up 49-0. All right, we welcome you back once again, and still 5.5 minutes to go in the first half. Pineview has already hung nearly half 100. Kick is up. This one is short by a couple of yards. It'll be returned by the Tigers. Get it out across the 15, and for Cordova, that's about it. They may give him the 16. Fumble, and Pineview gets the ball. Oh, it's all going bad for the Tigers.
Yeah, unfortunate there. Man, is Pineview going to drop 75, 80 points tonight? I mean, they're already in the Kern Christensen NAIXL real estate red zone. And looks like Cordova is kind of hanging it out there just a little bit. Then he just pokes it. It just gets punched out, doesn't it?
It does, yep. And we have a stoppage of play on a procedure call against the Panthers. That'll cost them 5. Stops the clock at 5:16. The ball is already inside the red zone. Now it's a little bit back outside of the 22-yard line. First and 15 for the Panthers. Tosh Wright out there is the running back. Dallin Brown at the QB. Brown goes back, looks, finds a man, gets it out there, dive, can't quite come up with it. Now we've got a flag. It may have pass interference.
Well, Taylor Reimer, it looked like maybe a little bit of hand fighting early. Towards the end of that, he had to dive. You know, was the ball catchable? Yeah, I think earlier on. He didn't get a clean release. I don't know if we'll see it from this angle here. He's got a little bit of a hand on there. He didn't really
I
pull
don't
him
think
back
he did
to
much,
him.
did he? I don't know.
I would have let that play go on.
I'm with you. I would have done, but they didn't, and so it cost them 10 yards. It's 2nd and 5 now from well inside. Brown with a keeper, starts down, kicks to the outside. It's a cakewalk into the end zone. Another run by Dallin Brown, and 55 points on the board for the Pineview Panthers. Wow.
Yeah, this is impressive. You think they're mad about losing to Dixie? I'd say so.
I'd say very mad, yeah. Hurricane should send a mean letter to the Flyers. Don't do that right before we come. Boy, you see Brown just a little drive. Got one good block. Nicely done to spring in. Here comes the PAT once again, and that is up and right through the upright. So Connor Brooksby, he might be winded before this game is over, Devin. He's got that kicking a lot here.
Yeah, I was chatting with Coach B, the girls basketball coach at Pineview. You remember him. You probably called Coach B's games when he was a receiver at Dixie State, didn't you, Mike?
I think I did.
Anyway,
yes, indeed.
He was telling me how fast the Panthers want to play. And I saw it a little bit last week against the Flyers, but they're playing way faster tonight. I mean, they are just flying. I mean, we can count. We can count between plays, and I think they're getting plays off. And look at the feedback. There's Ryan Dana, one of the assistant coaches with the Panthers. He's down there talking to Dallin Brown. They actually have iPads now, big old iPads, that are shooting the huddle film down to them. They're getting instant. I mean, that's how advanced high school football's getting. I mean, my old coach used to go smoke a cigarette at halftime and then just come yell at us. I mean, look at these guys. They got iPads down there just telling everybody what to do and where you should be and reading defenses. That's high-tech stuff.
I thought that's just the way they did it in Washington State. That's all I know. 5 minutes exactly remaining on the clock. And the kick is, again, this one well into the end zone. So the Tigers will let it go through. They'll bring it out to the 20-yard line. Nothing has gone right tonight for the Tigers.
And I'm hearing power is out. We've lost the signal. So if you're hopping back and forth between 97.7 ESPN and 94.9 FM or 890 AM KDXU, I guess the power has went out in Cedar City.
Oh.
And as soon as we can get that hooked back up and then resume play, we will. Andy Griffin has the call in that game. Flyers are leading, I think, 34-0 last I had heard. They are rolling right now, but that's what I'm hearing over there in Cedar.
Wow. Hopefully we can get that back, at least let you know. Try around the near side. Started wide, could see there was nothing to the outside. Come back in on that wide out circle. And let me get that number there. That was Luke Wright, I think, on the carry. So with the clock running now, 4:40, second down, 7 yards to go for the Hurricane Tigers. You know, when you're the kind of a team that really doesn't throw it well, quite honestly, and you do rely on the run game, it's really tough to get back into something like this one. And right now they're unable to do it. They come with, again, misdirection. Start inside. Wolfgram comes across the 25 to the 27. But that'll bring up third down, still about 3 yards to go.
You know, Pineview still got their starters out there. I mean, you've got big games still coming up. You know, I would say Coach Osner will probably let his starters play to halftime, and
maybe the first series.
Yeah, maybe, but
maybe not.
It's 56-0 right now.
Yeah.
There's Coach Osner on the sideline. There's Nick Hansen and Coach Croton with his back to us. You know, guy that coached for LSU, BYU. It was OC in Chicago with the Bears. I mean, and now just enjoying his kids, retired, but he can't stay away from football, can he? He just wanted to help out.
Gets in the blood, and he's got it bad. 3rd and 3 for the Hurricane Tigers. On the fly, they hand it to him, looking for a place to go. Nowhere to go. And what a hit once again.
Jay-Sean Allen.
Allen, wow.
And he just comes up. He wasn't really trying to tackle him. He was just trying to shove him out of bounds.
And he did it. Look at this.
He's a next level DB. I think there's some teams, Big Sky, Dixie State, Division II. I think he's a nice cornerback.
Yep.
I think he's got a chance to play beyond high school, Mike.
I call it another nice Rocky Mountain collision. So there you have it. 4th and 4, and hold everything. And timeout called just prior to the snap. The timeout taken by the Pineview Panthers. They stop it with just a couple of ticks under 3 minutes to go. We'll take a 30-second break. We'll be back again, all Pineview on the one-loss scoreboard, 56-0. We're back in the third.
So I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
And we welcome you back once again. Glad to have you with us. 2:54 to go. Understand power out in Cedar City at Canyon View High School. We're going to try and maybe give a little bonus coverage from this game over on KDXU tonight as well. Kick coming up, 4th and 4 for the Tigers. No pressure this time. The kick is away, and they do kick it well away. This time it was not Brown, but Isaiah Moten back there. He lets it go, touched dead at the 35-yard line, and Pineview will start at 1st and 10 from that point. So, again, it's just one of those games when nothing goes right. Your offense is not working. Defense, you're having trouble keeping up with the speed of the Pineview Panthers. And then you add a couple of mistakes like a fumble and some mental errors, and that's why we have a 56-0 score. Out of the gun, pass. It is complete out to the 42-yard line. Good for about 7 yards. Big catch that time by Miles Gilmore. And I think we have a penalty, though, against Pineview. So that'll negate that catch. Holding spot play all the way back to the 25-yard line. I'm just looking out there. I think we have some new guys in playing right now for the Pineview Panthers. Roll right, finds a break up the middle, and that's Brown, though, and he's off to the races. There's one guy that might catch him, and he's not going to do it. Can you believe it? 75-yard run for Brown.
Wow, he's so fast. Oh, man, this kid is explosive. I mean, this is just a straight run, and then he just sees daylight, and he just darts right up the middle. No gap control for the Tigers. One guy early had a chance to tackle him, and Brown just outraces everybody. He's got 4.5, 4.4, 4.5 speed. And again, you know, I bet he's going to have some other offers, but I think Air Force is the perfect offense for him to play quarterback, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Gavin Bateman did a good job. He was out running a little interference. He didn't have to touch anybody, but he made the defender go around him. And, yeah, when you do that, you give Brown one extra step, and he gets it there. So the point after is good by Connor Brooksby, and now it is 63-0 in favor of Pineview. We're going to keep it here, obviously talk through the break, and the Panthers just continue to roll.
They're back up and running in Cedar. 107 yards of offense. Snow Canyon has 44 is all, but it's a 7-7 game. In the second quarter. So we'll keep you posted there. The other game, Dixie is rolling right along. Last report we had was 34-0 Flyers. Wow. They're at Canyon View. So, 63-0 here for just tuning in. Panthers scored early, pick 6.
And often.
And then it just hasn't slowed down from there. Yeah, I mean.
I think every offensive series they've scored, plus they picked up a fumble and ran and got that in. So they have really taken over. Connor Brooksby, the left foot, gets it into it. More of a line drive, but it ends up in the same spot. So the Hurricane Tigers will have it with 2:09 to go on their own 20-yard line.
Update for you. Starting the third quarter right now, all Patriots. Colts missing 7 starters.
Wow.
No T.Y. Hilton tonight. Andrew Luck, just a field goal, 24-3. Start in the second half. Dodgers leading the Braves right now 4-0.
Oh, well, that ought to make our sales manager happy. He's about as Dodger blue as they come.
And our GM over there at CCM, Cherry Creek Media, he's a big Rockies fan. He ain't going to like the way that one ended in extra innings. Milwaukee wins 3-2 over the Rockies. Game you heard most of earlier here today on ESPN Radio.
I'll try to avoid him tomorrow. Trying to circle to the outside. Cannot get there. Caught and dropped right up around. They may give him a yard gain on the carry. Again, tried to sweep that far side. You know, the problem, too, I mean, they can't get through the middle, and they don't quite have the speed, Devin, to get to the outside either. Yeah. Not a lot going on tonight.
I'd like to thank Intermountain St. George Acceleration. They train a lot of our athletes you see here on our broadcast. Guys like Tosh Wright, Deshaun Allen, Isaiah Moten, all trained at Intermountain St. George Acceleration, plus other Panthers as well.
And, boy, I thought for a moment it looked like that Brock Starley had a slot. He took off, and I thought, no, and he actually backed up, but then he ended up throwing the ball away. That'll bring up 3rd and 8. You see it here on the replay for those watching on TV. See, it looks like he's got room.
Wanted to run.
Just changed his mind. Now he says, I got to get rid of it. And I think maybe we ought to look downfield because the fact that he's thrown so many away like that tells me 2 things. Number one, he's in trouble. He's running for his life. But really, number 2, look at the downfield protection. There's nobody open to throw to. Brock goes back. Starley looks, now rolls to his left, tries to put it up. He does, and I believe that catch is good up around the 42-yard line.
Yeah, I think Cordova got both feet in bounds. One for sure. Officials have signaled it good. A little floater. Late delayed go. It's not a straight fade route. Looked like he kind of did like a double move or something, or broke off his route and went upfield when Starley rolled out to the left. But whatever it was, it worked. One of the longest plays of the night for the Hurricane Tigers offense.
Mark it down to the 44. It'll be 1st and 10 from that point. Under a minute to go now here in the first half of action. Handoff up the middle. Eaves, couple of yards. Hayden Eaves gets it across the 45 to the 47. Give him about a 3-yard gain, 2nd and 7.
Straight lead to
stop
Eaves.
The clock.
He's a tough little running back, isn't he?
He is. Yeah, you look at him and you say, okay, there's some guys with some talent, but they don't quite match the talent, at least not here tonight, of the Pineview Panthers. 45 seconds to go. We're going to keep it here in the first half of play.
Yeah, Tigers took a timeout, brought to you by Ryan Kramer at Remax and Associates, and gives us a chance to remind you there's an All-Star Gridiron University All-Star game that's coming. It's a New Year's game, and it's a showcase. There's not one game, there's 3 games. So you got some All-Star football coming January 5th, so mark your calendars. They're going to have the best freshmen. They're going to have a freshman game in 8th grade, so an incoming freshman game. And then they're going to have a lot of the FCS against the FBS in a college all-star game. And there's going to be a lot of coaches from the new AAF conference. Of course, Dennis Erickson and the new Salt Lake.
That's right.
Stallions. I saw their logo
unveiled.
Yeah, and a lot of those guys are going to be down here. There's going to be a camp and a clinic and all kinds of things associated with this. Go to Gridiron University, GIU.com, and you can get more details. GIUfootball.com. Let me correct myself. GIUfootball.com, the website.
So the Tigers trying to get something late, play action over the top, and we may have pass interference against the Pineview Panthers. That's what it looks like the call is. Maybe a little too aggressive by the corner on the far side. 2 flags, I think, though, for the same thing. And they'll move the ball ahead. If they give them 10 yards, it will be, it's a 15-yard first down. They'll move the ball all the way down inside the 40 at the 38-yard line. 41 ticks on the clock left here in the first half.
Yeah, but enough for Fabulous Ferry's first down, so you've got time. You can use the boundaries. You're about 10, 15 yards away from a long field goal, but you want to get some points on the board, even if you have to settle for the field goal. Down 63-0, late first half. You need points here.
Need something. Pressure from behind, and down goes the QB. He's going to lose almost 10 yards. I tell you, you just see by the body language of Starley just.
Well,
oh
nobody
gosh.
picked the running back's play action. He's taking a ball fake, and he just couldn't recover on the blitz from the outside linebacker, Colby Hansen. And Colby Hansen comes in free. I mean, nobody touched a hand on him until he levels and sacks Brock Starley, and that's not what you wanted there. You're backed up now outside your 45, the Pineview 45, and it's just not much has went right for the Tigers in this game. It's all went sideways from the get-go.
Absolutely, yeah. The ball is across the 45 to about the 46 and a half. 24 seconds remaining here in the first half is it. And actually a timeout taken by the Tigers. And I think right now they're saying, we got to come up with something, guys, to get some points on the board. We're not going to win this one, but let's make it look a little better. Let's get something on that board. 63-0 with 24 seconds to go. Defense is ready. And out comes the offense now of the Hurricane Tigers. You know, in talking with the Tigers, the coaches, and a couple of players we had in that pre-season, in our media day, there was a lot of excitement. There was a hope of things happening there, and it's just kind of a good call, went sideways. Screen pass, this one is complete. Not going to be a first down. It was completed to Christian Haynes, but Haynes was grabbed after a short gain. Now another timeout. I believe the Tigers have burned their final timeout.
Yeah, 13.2 seconds on the clock, and third down. You got to try to maybe throw a deep out. You know, I might run an out and then up and just take a shot here. You know, or try to go weak side and get Cordova. See a shot of the replay. Great shots from our CEC TV crew tonight's game.
Guess who was that on the tackle again? Colby Hansen.
Yeah, he's been great.
He has been all over.
Obviously, he's played well. I think both cornerbacks have played well for the Panthers.
Yep.
You know, Brooks Melee, of course, with that pick six early in the first quarter. You know, he may be our leading candidate for our Appliance Wholesalers Plus Playmaker Play of the Game, because at that point you kind of knew this one was already getting away. Yeah, it was already 14-0 before you even blinked.
All right, here we go. Just 13 seconds remaining here in the first half. It is third and about 12 yards to go. As they have wide either side now on the slot. They come with the end around. Now it's going to be a halfback pass. It's going to be short and picked off of the 18-yard line to the 22. And still 2 seconds remaining.
Colby Durham, that's gift wrap pick. Yeah. I mean, you know, you're trying to run the double pass here. Well, you're trying to run a fly sweep, and then he's trying to sell it. He's going to run, but he pulls up really early, takes a hit, and just can't. You know, Cordova just didn't have any oomph on that ball. He underthrew his receiver by 10 yards.
Long ways, yeah.
And Durham with the interception.
Durham says thank you. That'll pack my stats a little bit. All right, Pineview. There's a hard count. And I think it's going to cost the Tigers 5. It does.
Young sophomore Gregory Scott jumped in the neutral zone. He thought it was on first sounder 1, and it was on 2. Nobody moved but him.
So Croton will do it again. First down and 5 yards to go. Boy, I tell you, it looks as if, Devin, they're just going to load it up and go downfield. Let's see what they do. They go deep on the near side. A man out there caught at the 40. And if he gets away down to the 10, he's not going to make it.
And Michael Moore, he had turf in front of him, but nice backside tackle and keeps some points off the board. Or if he goes in, it would have been 70-0 at halftime. The route is on, Mike. We're going to see a lot of underclassmen in the second half for the Pineview Panthers, I'm assuming.
All right, we're going to take a 90-second break here. At the half, once again, all Pineview, 63 points on the board. They lead at 63-0. We're back in 90.
Open road, here comes the Heffley family.
Whether it's a short trip or a long haul.
Estimated time, 47 hours.
They will beg.
You're hungry? I'm happy to provide.
They will plead.
Deep fried butter on a stick.
But whatever you do, don't wimp out.
Now you're talking.
Make them buckle up.
He can't hurt.
Remember, safety first. Cheese curls second.
Are you orange?
Music is a bridge between the material and the spiritual. As a blind person, you have to be aware that nobody can tell you what you can or can't do. You really have to try things. My wife, who was also blind, was a good cook. When she died, that's when I started Meals on Wheels. My name is Harvey Lauer. America, let's do lunch.
Drop off a hot meal and say hello. Volunteer by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
Connor is struggling in school.
Finding lowest airfare to Istanbul.
Why don't you understand me?
I do. This is what it feels like for kids with learning and attention issues. Redirecting to understood.org.
I will welcome you back once again. Thanks for joining us. It is ugly, folks. What do you say? It is all Pineview here tonight. They lead it 63-0 over the Hurricane Tigers in this one. And the fact of the situation is Tigers haven't really been able to mount anything. I think they've only been into Pineview territory a couple of times. Had a fleeting moment here and there, but I tell you, when you get down, sometimes it's just hard to motivate yourself saying, what are we going to do? What can we do? Because so far, nothing has worked.
No, and wow, I mean, I'm impressed with Pineview's offense. The tempo is fast. We talk about that. I mean, you can't look down and send a tweet. You can't look down and check the roster. They're already running another play. I mean, they're running plays under 8 seconds, I would guesstimate, in that first half. And they want to do that against everybody, not just because it's Hurricane, not just because they're ahead. Right. That's their tempo. And Coach Hosner and his coaching staff, with this talent they have, they really, truly believe they got a chance to make a run of the state championship, just like Dixie, just like Desert Hills, just like whoever ends up, getting out of Region 9 for that 4 seed. And right now, that game, Snow Canyon Cedar, has a pretty big impact because it's tied 7-7, and Canyon View is losing tonight to Dixie bad. So, that 4 seed race is going to be interesting with 2 weeks to go.
Yeah, it really is. And again, if Snow Canyon can get the win tonight, put themselves back in it, but I'm afraid if the Warriors lose it tonight, they're on the outside looking in. Not completely, but it'd be really tough.
Yeah, Cedar doesn't have the tiebreaker with Canyon View either. So if they both end up with the same amount of wins, Canyon View would get the final spot. But if Snow Canyon were to beat Cedar, they got Canyon View and Hurricane left. Those are 2 winnable games for the Warriors. They could still sneak in. There's still some hope over there at SC.
You look at these, and I know it's easy. We look at it and say, well, here's their record. They haven't won a game, or they're 1-3, or whatever the case. But you really got to take a look at how things have worked out. In Snow Canyon, they went bam, bam, bam. They hit the 3 top schools right at the start of the season. And, there's kind of a reason. They were close on some, not close on others, but they simply got to just say, we still have a chance, folks. Like you said, if they can get this win, they've got some games coming that they should be able to maybe get a win or 2 as well. So, but we'll have to wait and see. But right now for the Hurricane Tigers, wow.
Yeah, and unfortunately with no points on the board, our scoring recap inside our InfoWest halftime show is all one-sided. Dallin Brown, 62 yards to Moten for the touchdown to get things going. in this game. And then Brooks Melee on that first series for the Tigers. It was 9 minutes. It was 3 minutes in the game. It was a screen pass. He tips it to himself and then runs in for the touchdown. And just like that, the route was on.
I was wondering if they had some of our highlights in the first half. I know they're going to be one color, but guys, we got that. Let's take a look at some of the things that Pineview did in the first half. And here we go back, and Brown, he started it off early. Just a beautiful topper right over the middle, wide open. And then that's a lot of green, but he was off and running for Isaiah Moten.
Yeah, and then now you're going to get a shot if you're tuning in late. I like this play design. You're trying to get Starley dropping. He just underthrew the screen pass. And Brooks Melee, rumble tumble. Nobody touched him. Pick 6. Returned it about 20, 21 yards there. And Panthers didn't look back. Tosh Wright, not going to be touched till he's inside the 10 and then down to the 2. And then do they run it? No. They throw it here, a little bubble, a little hitch route, and Moore takes it in for the score.
Yeah, they do use that a little fake to the inside because they thought, well, maybe they're going to give it back to the big guy, let him go in. Nice call. Another one over the top. I think that one might have been the first time that Croton came in as the QB, and, guess who we went to? Brown down the side.
Yeah, and then they punch it in with Tosh Wright again. Just a nice job by that front 5. That O-line opened up a huge crease for Tosh Wright to jog through. Then Brown's going to go back to work through the air, and boom, wide open. Gavin Bateman, this one was about a 56-yarder, and they just continued to pour it on. That would make it 35-0. This one by Michael Moore, another touchdown, 42-0. And then Brown, how about another touchdown pass, airing it out. And, this is not the touchdown pass, but this is a nice job by the receiver there coming back to catch that football. Here's the touchdown pass.
Look how he laid that out. Beautiful pass.
Man, Moore really beat his guy, a lot of room. And then Brown, hey, I'm gonna run one in. You'll see that one in a minute. Here's the fumble. Yeah, the fumble. Yeah. As you can see, not much going right for the Hurricane Tigers tonight.
Just a absolute tough one. Nice job of selling that. And then taking off, and then again, the guy's got such great speed. He does get to the outside or the inside.
This one was the long one, 75, 76 yards. Look at the speed, just running away from everybody. Dallin Brown having himself a night. Rush for 2, thrown for 4, 5 more. It's just incredible.
It is indeed. And the one thing I was thinking that's very obvious in this one, you look at how much time Brown had. This is the final pick here, the first half. It kind of ended things. But if you look at the time that he had, he or Croton, that's a real key tonight. The Hurricane defense is not getting any pressure. And if you give a guy the talent of Brown that much time, he will pick you apart.
Yeah, no question. No question. And, 7 total touchdowns, 5 passing, and then 2 more on the ground. And Dallin Brown could have 500 total offense. I don't have his total offensive numbers, but folks, he's over 300, probably 400 yards of total offense by Dallin Brown in this first half, and we won't probably see too much of him in the second half. Tosh Wright's still the guy that has the other 2 touchdowns on the ground. He's having himself a pretty nice night too.
He is indeed. Let's take another 90-second timeout here once again. We're at Pineview High School where it's all Panthers. One loss scoreboard shows it's 63-0 in favor of the Panthers back in 90.
There is a place where rocks bleed and nature blushes on a battlefield green with envy, where dimples determine destiny and a tiny wooden tee holds the outcome in the balance. There is a place where friends are opponents and opponents are friends, where the prize is elusive, the conquest is captivating, and the score isn't settled till the drinks are down. There is a place.
See on page 4 that the projections need to be earthquake next Thursday.
Seriously? Thursday? Can't do that.
This is really inconvenient.
I have yoga that day. I have no time for this. So I can't do Thursday, but I can do Friday.
Disasters don't plan ahead. You can. Talk to your loved ones about how you're going to be ready in an emergency. Don't wait. Communicate.
Hey, let's check out this park. Oh, wow, that's really cool.
To find a great local park or forest near you, go to discovertheforest.org.
And we welcome you back once again. We are still at the half here at Panther Stadium, where again it's been all Pine View here this evening. And so far it sounds like we have two rather lopsided games, with Dixie winning big, Pine View winning big. And then the last we heard, we got an update. Last we saw was, 7-7 still?
Yeah, at the half, after the power outage, they stopped play. I think the delay was about 15 minutes, but they're tied up 7-7. Landon Fry, 4 for 8, 44 yards. Miles Reynolds has a touchdown run for 12 yards. Jackson Garrett, over 100 yards passing the first half, 7 of 11. Hit Tavian Brown on a 40-yarder for Cedars' lone score. So that's a tie game at the break. And on paper, we knew going into tonight that was going to be probably the best game of the night.
Yep, absolutely. So that is on our sister station on KDXU Radio, 94.9, 890 KDXU. Here we have got a lopsided game. We're going to wait and see. We are anticipating a lot of young kids getting a chance to get into the game.
Wow.
What do they call this? Frogger? Is that or something?
Yeah, this
like
is
that?
our Summit Athletic Club halftime race, and somebody just won $150. I think the contestants down on the field all will win something.
Woo!
But we appreciate our partnership with Summit. They were throwing some ESPN Summit Athletic Club footballs out. If you caught one of those and it had a little Frogger sticker, you got to do this Frogger. It's an exercise race, Mike. And
yeah.
Got wheels on it, and somebody's really struggling down there, but man, whoever won it was flying. I mean, absolutely flying. You got Megan Dutson down there. She's the head trainer at Summit Athletic Club. And, man, I think Seth Bateman, Adam Kersey, and Corbin Moffitt were the contestants tonight. I'm not sure which one of them won, but it was easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Yeah. Hey, Go Knights Go update. Jonathan Marchessault scores early in the first period. Knights take a 1-0 lead over the Flyers. Home opener tonight. They unveiled their division and conference banners. I can't believe the hockey and the NBA season are already firing up. Jazz season going to start in less than 10 days.
Yep.
It comes fast, doesn't it? I swear, hockey and basketball, you don't get a long off season.
No, you don't. I got to say, I had my first experience ever of watching a professional hockey, actually any hockey game, come to think of it, live.
Right.
As we got to go down and watch, and I'll tell you what,
it's fun, huh?
It is a party, folks.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, and that those folks down there in Las Vegas, they love their night.
Yeah, I mean, when you get an inaugural team, not a team that moved in, this is your own, and that's why they do the whole Vegas-born slogan. I mean, this brand new team, and the vision on that arena, the in-arena entertainment, I mean, everything is top-notch down there. And if you haven't been down to a game, you better get down. And you got 41 home games to choose from. You better find some. They're not cheap.
No.
They're not cheap. But cheaper than an NFL game for some nights, though.
You'll love it.
Oh, yeah.
I tell you.
Yep.
All right, they have stopped the clock, waiting now for both teams to come back out onto the field. Well, I think a lot of times at this point, I like to take it and say, okay, what do you think it's going to take for them to come back? What are the things they're talking about? Do you get the feeling the Tigers are saying, guys, we got to figure out a way to get something. We got to do something.
Yeah,
to
you
show
want
that we can still score.
You want to get the goose egg off the board. You're not going to win this game. You want to get the goose egg off the board. You want to show some heart. Finish things off. Obviously, you're outmatched tonight. You're plain and simple. You're outmatched by a better football team, and it's evident to everybody watching, listening, everybody in the stadium, and you ain't going to win this game. So you just got to go out there and fight for every play and try to get some good things, take some positives away from tonight, and get ready for the last couple games of the season.
Meanwhile, for the Pineview Panthers, cruise control, guys, keep it going. But I think we're going to see a lot of young guys with a chance to get into these games. At least I hope they do. I got to tell you, my big career in football in high school, I was one of the guys on the sideline going, get a big lead, would you? And I get to go in. So,
hey, man, they work just as hard in practice as the starters. And Yeah, I have a feeling we're going to see a lot of the second-level guys and a lot of guys that have an important role in the team but haven't seen a lot of varsity action, although Pineview's had a few blowouts this year. This offense has really clicked tonight, though. I mean, I think Dixie woke up a sleeping giant. I think, and it's funny, sometimes a loss, coaches don't like to admit this, but sometimes a loss can really be good, especially at the right time. And with 3 weeks left in the season, Pineview knows they're going to be a playoff team. That's a wake-up call, and there's still plenty of time for them to get a home playoff game, go into the state tournament with some momentum, some wins under their belt, and make a run at this whole thing. And everybody's looking at Orem right now as the team to beat in 4A, but I'd love to see, one, maybe two of our Region 9 teams get a crack at the Orem Tigers. I know they're loaded.
Yep,
I know they're the defending state champs, but I still want to see those games. I think we'll give them a real run. If you go back to last year, Desert Hills had 4 or 5 empty possessions inside Orem's red zone. And, if they get a couple of those, that's a whole different ball game, but not able to do so. And now it kind of stings even more that last year's Desert Hills quarterback is, starting running back and middle linebacker for the Orem Tigers, and that's Noah Sewell.
Yeah.
And he's good. I mean.
Yeah. He is good.
I love keeping up with our Region 9 athletes. It's been so fun. I sat down and watched Panay Sewell, who's starting at left tackle for the Oregon Ducks. Just graduated from Desert Hills last week. And the kid's a monster. First left tackle as a true freshman to come in and start in Oregon football history. And, he turned down Nick Saban in Alabama, turned down Utah, turned down USC, went to Oregon, fell in love with the coaches up there, trusted them. They out-recruited these other teams, and it just was a better fit for Panay. It kind of surprised some people when he went to Oregon.
Yep.
Boy, he's playing well, and that's his little brother, Noah. It's still just a junior this year. He's not even a senior, and he's got offers, and they're stacking up. He's going to be a heck of a fool. And I love the Mike Sharps and the Cody Wilsteads and all these Mike Needham and all these guys that come through Region 9 and go on to play. I last couple years been with SUU, and they got a number of guys. They got former Pineview Panther, a couple of former Pineview Panthers up there that are really helping that team out. So Raymond Fiame is one of them. He's been starting at D tackle for them, former Panther, and he's playing well for the T-Birds.
Now, speaking of the T-Birds, they again back on the road this week as they go up to, Eastern Washington.
Yeah,
right? You'll be up there.
You think the Smurf turf at Boise State's hard to do a game on? I've never called a game at Eastern. I've been there in the stands when I was a kid. But, about an hour and a half from my mom's house where I grew up. So I'm excited to go up the old stomping grounds. That'll be fun. Although they're a top team in the country, and SUU, they lost to 2 big-time programs in Oregon State and Arizona, but the other 2 games were very winnable, couldn't. And their starting quarterback who won the job broke his collarbone in Flagstaff against NAU last week. So Aaron Zwollen's going to be the quarterback. Very capable quarterback, though. I mean, it was neck and neck, and he knows the offense really, really well. How about Dixie State? Dixie State's going to number 2 team in the country, Grand Valley State. There's going to be 25,000 fans out there for that game, and they won 4 in a row. I'm excited for Coach McClure and the direction he's taking that Trailblazer football team this season.
Absolutely. Of course, then we have the rare Friday night game. Of course, that's become a tradition. Brigham Young University and Utah State.
The old wagon wheel.
The old wagon wheel. They'll be going for that. Back in the day, it was like they'd show up and hand it to BYU and then say, go play. That doesn't happen anymore.
No, Vegas only have BYU at home 3-point favorites against Jordan Love, and that it's really BYU hanging their hat on their defense, and Utah State's really explosive on offense.
Right.
So can't get you some updates real quick before we kick off the second half. Cedar misses a 41-yard field goal, and then Preston Moore 60-yard touchdown for Dixie. So Dixie's up 44-7 right now. And Snow Canyon's got a chance to try to take the lead. That game's 7-7. Here, all Panthers 63-0.
All right, the Tigers won the coin flip. They deferred to the second half. Here is their opportunity from the 2-yard line. Straight up the middle of the field. He hits at about the 18, and wow, rocked it backwards. So just shy of the 20-yard line. Tigers will start 1st and 10. And again, 63 points on the board. That's the automatic run that clock situation.
Yeah, this second half will fly by. That's a Rocky Mountain collision. But he took that hit, bounced back, and then got wrapped up low. Let's see what Brock Starley can do, see if they can make some adjustments, see if he can find a little bit of rhythm. He's been under duress the entire game, and obviously hasn't had a lot of time to set his feet and throw. You know, we had a couple he had to just throw away. A number of them, he's rolling out of the pocket. They got to give him a little bit more time to set his feet and find some receivers downfield and try to find some resemblance of a ground game in the second half.
Let's see what they do as they out of the gun. Hand off to the first man through, and that's good for a yard. All right, to the 20-yard line. Kind of body slammed at that point. And that'll bring up second down, 9 yards to go for the Tigers. There is just nothing, Devin, in the middle of that defensive line for Pineview. They're just slamming the door closed.
No, Katoa and Hansen and Brock Shaw. I mean, and then the D lines, Brooks Melee and company. There's not a lot of push up front.
They're going to be generous and give them to the 21-yard line, almost 2.5 yards there. But we're in the third quarter of a 63-0 football game. Brock Starley out of the gun, drops back. He has time now. He is forced, and he'll just have to check this one away. And
grounding again.
Yeah,
I was waiting for it. I'm like, there's no receiver out there. The question is he outside the tackle box?
I don't think
tackle
he was
is
either.
You're right there.
He's running straight back.
Yeah, but that was spotted more towards the left hash. But they're going to call it. And he kind of waited, maybe, you know, even if you're out of the tackle box, there's just nobody around. It's hard not to call that.
You're right. I don't think there was a white-shirted Hurricane player in 25 yards of that pass. Everybody went the other way.
Yep.
So we're in the third quarter of action of a 63-0 game, and again, clock is running here in this one.
Sure appreciate InfoWest for bringing your festivities.
Absolutely. They've been a big sponsor of local sports for years and years. Now we have a illegal substitution against the Tigers.
Wow, they're going backwards here. The grounding and illegal substitution right out of the halftime break.
Wow.
I mean, you know, I don't know. Hard to say if, you know, the player didn't hear the, you know, the package and race on the field, or if the coaches just made a mistake. But it's not looking like the start they wanted to come out and try to salvage some momentum and get some points on the board.
They've changed things up. They're going with two backs, a fullback and a halfback with the QB. And I think he's down in the end zone. That might be a safety. Now they're going to say he was just out of the end zone.
Well, I don't know what Brock Starley's doing. When you're in the end zone, he looked like he was trying to take a knee, like a broken play. It looked like maybe the back went the wrong way. Let's take a look on a replay for our audience on sports.
Yeah, he had no one to hand off
but
to.
He knees it in the end zone, and when he knees it, he looks like the ball is inside the plane of the goal, but the referee, the white hat, is behind the play, so maybe he thought the ball was just forward enough, and it's 63-0 right now.
And the clock's running, so what do you do? They're going to kick it out of the end zone. It's a low kick, and it goes out of bounds. Boy, that's going to be, that's almost 10 yards past the original line of scrimmage on that for the Hurricane Tigers. So it's falling apart completely right now, D.
Hey, our look ahead to next week brought to you by B.A. Robinson Construction. They build masonry. They're one of the largest, if not the very largest masonry company in Southern Utah. With all the growth, they're keeping it busy and keeping it popping. But we've got a good one next week, Pineview Desert Hills for you.
Yeah, Desert Hills, of course, with the bye week. And handoff right up the middle. Good down inside, I think the 20 to about the 19-yard line.
Just a reminder, too, our Holbrook Asphalt Big Score Dessert has been on for a while now. We only need over 25 points. Pineview, 63 first half points. So everybody listening, or maybe after the game, you go over there to Yogurtland, get your free Holbrook Asphalt Big Score Dessert. Just ask for it.
Croton's going to try to run it. He's not going to get too much. Gets shoved out of bounds. I'm not sure he even gained. He may have got right to the line of scrimmage. He's not quite as fleet of foot as Brown is. Couldn't quite get outside. Pretty good closing there by the defense.
Appreciate one of our sponsors, Bucks Ace Hardware, now open out there in Washington, the Dino Crossing. Got to get your fall ready for, or lawn ready for fall. Get over there and get some stuff, don't you, Mike?
There you go. Big hole up the middle. Tosh right, Rummel, 6 more. Holy smokes. That, as Andy Griffin would say, Mike, you and I could have gotten through that hole right there. That was huge in that line.
A hat trick for Tosh Wright, 3rd touchdown of the night. Look at him giving love to his offensive line.
Yeah, thank you, boys.
You know, he hasn't been touched till he's 10, 15 yards downfield on most of his carries tonight.
And by that time, he's got a full head of steam. You just want to get out of his way.
Yeah, he's tough to bring down, period.
Connor Brooksby in to do the kick. Again, the gastroenterology point after. Kick is up through. It is good again, and now it is 70-0. 70-0 in favor of Pineview. Let's take a 30-second break. 7:05 to go in the third quarter. Back in 30.
I love taking care of my mom. It wasn't easy at first. She learned how to better communicate her needs.
And you learned how to not ignore yours.
I discovered how to make healthier meals.
And I discovered how much I enjoyed them.
Becoming a caregiver is a learning experience for everyone. Find articles, tips, and tools from experts and others who have been in your place. The Caregiving Resource Center at aarp.org/caregiving.
And another run by Big Tosh, and it's 70-0. And Pineview will kick off. Kick is up, away, into the end zone, and they'll bring it out to the 20-yard line. Stop the clock for a minute, get the ball back out, and then they'll restart the clock. Again, if it's at least 35 points in the second half, clock runs. And that does move the game along. Join us once again for our wrap-up at the end of the night tonight. Have some comments, look at some of the top players of the games tonight. There's several we could say from this one.
Yeah, it's going to be tough to select our Dad's Trucking player of the game in this one because, you know, Michael Moore's had a great game, Dallin Brown's had a great game, Tosh Wright's had a great game.
Yep. Trying the end around to the near side, and that gets blown up in a hurry. Didn't get the block on the outside.
Luke Wright with the carry. Kind of bring him from the wing back and circling around, and you know, got almost 4 yards there for Wright.
Logan Nielsen, I think, number 35. They tried to block him, didn't get him. Yeah, he is the corner on the near side.
Yeah, you got some new corners in and a couple other different players than the starters for the Panthers defense.
Ooh, nice spin for a first down, and Moore still on his feet up the far sideline. He gets it into Pineview territory. What a run there by Wolfgram. He's maybe been the one bright spot tonight for the Tigers.
Yeah, he really has showed some shifty runs. He had that one earlier in the first half where he went all the way left, came all the way back right. You know, let his block set up there, but the spin move off the contact right there was really nice. And he's not going out of bounds, cut back, taking a hit, and getting 5 extra yards at the end of that run into Pineview territory.
From that spin I watched, Devin, it was 25 more yards after the spin.
It's great.
Great stuff. All right, 1st and 10 for the Tigers. Inside Pineview territory. This one goes up the middle, good for a couple, and that's about it. Bring up 2nd down, and actually about 8 yards to go. 4:45 time to go here in the third quarter. Again, this has been over, very honestly, since the first quarter, but I think there's a lot of folks that say, I'd love to see the Tigers come up with something.
Get that goose egg off the board. Yeah. You know, 2nd down 9, you know, maybe you got 2 new corners in the game. Maybe here's one where you go ahead and try to throw a little hitch and go or a straight fade go route.
He looks left, comes back to the right. Oh, wide open over the middle. He saw him too late. Oh, he still got it there. Catch, and this will be 6. Unbelievable. That one should not have worked, but Lambert's got it for 6.
Oh, Starley never saw him. I'm yelling, he's wide open, wide open. And then he threw it anyway, and I thought it was going to be intercepted, but he threw it high enough where only Ian Lambert climbs the ladder. You know, you're going to see him come from the bottom of your TV screen, and finally he checks back to the middle and got him anyway.
Wow. Great concentration by Lambert because he had two defenders right in his grill there, but he hung on and got it in the end zone. They're going to try to get number 7 right here. Tigers have to rush one more player in. Again, clock is running through all of this. Low snap. Did they get it up and through? And they did. All right, so the point after, gastroenterology, point after. Once again, here's the replay. Look how close that was to being tipped away. Just unable to get a hand on it. Good concentration once again by Ian Lambert, the junior wideout. And he hauls it in for a touchdown. And the goose egg is gone. And as I look across, there's a little bit more hop in the step there of the Hurricane Tigers. I realize they're not going to win this one, but, you know, that
well done.
Feels good.
Yeah, well done. Made a play. Finally made a play.
So the Pineview Panthers will come out. And they will I think this, well, other than the kickoff to the ball game, first time Pineview is lined up to receive a kickoff.
Yeah.
Looks like back deep there is Josh Allen.
Yeah, Connor Nielsen kicked off to start the game, and that was it.
Yep, I think is that Gavin back there as well, Bateman? Can't see the number, I think.
Carter Nielsen and Isaiah Moten, I believe.
Ah, okay. And the kick hits. Oh, goes out of bounds. So they'll bring it up, I think, to the 35-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Pineview Panthers. 3:19 is all remaining in this quarter. Then you got the fourth quarter to go, but again, it's moving along because of the non-stoppage of the clock.
Yeah, Croton in at quarterback for the Panthers offense. Probably Dallin Brown's night done. Threw for 5, rushed for 2 more.
Yeah. He deserves a little time on the bench.
Also caught a pass, not for a touchdown. There was a game a couple weeks ago. He threw a couple, ran one, and caught one. You don't see that very often.
No, amen on that one. Croton out of the gun. Under pressure, and down he goes. First time they've got to a quarterback tonight. I think that is Van Buren.
Yeah, Benjamin Van Buren. And somebody missed the assignment outside. Yeah. The right tackle came inside a double team and didn't pick up Van Buren, and he had a free shot there and kind of hogtied him. Had to hang on to a leg, but got him.
Loss was 13, so it's 2 and a long way to go. Croton again is picked off at the 25. Holy smokes.
Wow, jumped that little short under. You know, he's getting out into the flat. That's Nicholas Swindlehurst, and Swindlehurst just, you know, hooking and getting to the flat and just picked it.
Yeah.
Just not a read there by Croton. Just eyeballs it, just really going to Moten the whole way, and Swindlehurst made him pay.
Yeah, he knew where it was going, and just like that, Hurricane Tigers trying to make something happen. They got 7. They want more. In the red zone already at the 16-yard line. Appreciate again our great sponsors. And let's see what the Tigers can do. Out of the gun, they come with the end around near side. Stop, trying to cut back inside. Nothing there. They may give him, maybe 2 yards to the 15, just inside the 15-yard line. He got rocked.
Yeah, he spun back. He being Luke Wright, he spun back into one of the D tackles coming out at the very end of the run, and almost could be a targeting type play. I mean, he kind of threw his head down a little bit, and I know that's just football, but that's kind of the stuff that they're trying to avoid. Not all the D linemen's fault there, Mike.
Right.
He spun back into him.
Yep.
And he's like, I got to make a tackle.
1:20 to go here in the third quarter. Tigers with 1 touchdown, threatening once again. 2nd and 8 from just inside the 15-yard line.
Good shot from our CBC TV crew on that.
Nicely done. Again, Brock Starley pops it back on the way. Wolfgram looking for more. Won't get the first down. He's finally grabbed around the ankles. He does get it down to about the 12-yard line. where it will be now 3rd and 4, or 5 actually, 3rd and 5. Again, he made a nice little move on the first guy, but good job by the deep corner to come up, or maybe the safety, and make a stop on that one. 70-7, yes, folks, 7-0 to 7 in this one tonight. 3rd and long for the Tigers. Stardy puts it up in the air. Ball is knocked away. Good defense.
Yeah, Gavin Bateman over there playing receiver, playing DB, going both ways a little bit. And just timed it. Almost looked like he had a chance to jump in front of that. It's just a little comeback route to almost the back shoulder throw that Starley didn't throw enough back shoulder on, and Bateman almost intercepted it.
I think he was totally intent from the beginning. I'm going to knock it down, and he did. End of the quarter. Let's take the break. We're back in 45 seconds. 70-7. Pineview back in 45.
Por las cosas que nos pueden mantener seguros. Y ahora, las que llevamos con nosotros ofrecen alertas inalámbricas de emergencia. Por medio de un sonido y vibración particular, estarás al tanto donde quiera que estés.
There is a place where the sun doesn't hide in the winter, where the greens stay green and the crimson canyons still glow. There is a place where dimples determine destiny, and a tiny wooden tee holds the outcome in the balance. There is a place where we drive for show, putt for dough, and settle the score with another round. There is a place.
Thanks so much for staying with us once again. 1 quarter to go, and this will probably go by pretty quick with the clock running here at Pineview High School. The only thing that may not be decided right now is the actual final score. Then they had to change complete end of field during the quarter break. It is 4th and 6 for the Tigers, and they're going to go for it. And why not?
Yeah, probably want to think about it. Field goal, go for it.
Oh, man, that was in trouble from the start. Knocked down, and I think had he caught it, he'd have been level. There was 2 other defenders coming at him right there. So, tough night. I believe that was Christian Haynes.
Well, that's your check down, but he had to turn to his check down immediately, and
Yep.
the DN got nice outside containment there, and that was Brock Shaw, and that just had no chance. And then even if he catches that, there's 2 more DBs coming up.
That's what I saw, yeah. So we're underway in the 4th and final quarter. Pineview has held.
And the turnover, that nice interception by Swindlehurst, and
Come up empty.
Couldn't come up with anything.
All right, back to work for Pineview. Now, the Panthers forced to burn a timeout. They were a man short, and they elected to call the timeout.
Timeouts all season long, brought to you by Ryan Kramer. Ryan Kramer, RE/MAX, sells more houses than anyone. You want it listed, you want it sold, get with Ryan Kramer and his team at RE/MAX.
In the post game, once again, we'll be picking some honors here tonight. We're still struggling a little bit on who may be the stat-stucking player of the game, because there are plenty of guys that can lay claim to that one tonight.
Gary Croton in there.
Yeah.
Coaching up the receivers and his son,
I was
who's
gonna say,
now
that
in
looked like-
quarterback, McLeod Croton.
Yep. Also, we'll be naming the Appliance Wholesalers Plus Playmaker play of the game. I'm leaning back to what Devin said earlier, just because it was such a opportune job done by the big lineman.
Yeah, Brooks Melee, pick 6. That's what I'm kind of leaning towards too. But there's been plenty of offensive plays to choose from tonight for Pineview.
They leave it up, and unable to catch up to it out there that time was Michael Moore.
Now, Michael Moore, more of a speedy receiver. Hunter Moore, they use him more as kind of a tight end type receiver. That time Croton just put too much air into the football.
Yep.
Throwing it where only his guy can go make the catch, though.
So, again, This time it's a handoff around the near side. Got the first down and a little bit more on the carry. That is Kyson Sertonio. Sertonio finally getting the time. I like this kid. I watched him. He stepped up when a game I did earlier when the big guy got injured just a little bit, and Sertonio did a great job. Got a first down there. Up in the air and a little bit behind the intended receiver, who was Taylor Reimer.
I'm hearing Cedar has given up a Snow Canyon touchdown, so Warriors have a 10-7 lead. It was a field goal.
Field goal?
Field goal.
Wow.
Yep, field goal, 9:54 left. It was a field goal, not a touchdown.
Penalty called against the Panthers. Ball moves back to the 20-yard line. Not sure what the call was. There's the play that did not work. So it is 1st and 15 right now. And going up top, got a man out there. Caught at the 40, off to the races, to the 20, to the 10. Caught from behind at about the 3-yard line.
Taylor Reimer got tracked down and ran out of gas there. And I love the effort from the Tigers. You're down 70-7, and you could have pulled off on trying to track him down, and you didn't. You know, nice throw by Croton that time. Put a lot of air under it. Dropped a dime on his hands.
That's Ian Lambert, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, it is Lambert. He was the guy that got beat originally, but he goes, not on this one anyway. Croton to the end zone, touchdown.
Yeah, Hunter Moore with the touchdown. Hey, can't let my brother have all the touchdowns tonight. I got to get one of my own.
76-7 now, with 9:30 to go in the ball game. Boy, you see, they're getting huge chunks of turf here tonight and just making it happen. So a point after is coming up. Connor Brooks will be back in there. Lefty will try to split the uprights. He does, and we'll take a 30-second break. Add some more on to the one-loss scoreboard where it is all sevens. But two of them, 77 belong to Pineview, 7 to Hurricane. Back in 30. And once again, we welcome you back to Pineview High School. Panthers score again, and the woes continue for the Hurricane Tigers. They'll get their hands back on the football, but that's going to be a kickback or a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 20-yard line. So all over but the yelling here. Maybe the yelling's already started. 77-7. We were wondering earlier if they could actually hang 100, and I think if they had kept everybody where they were, they might have done. It's just that kind of a game where nothing has gone right tonight for the Tigers.
Yeah, I mean, this has been it's been
ugly, yes.
Bloodbath from the start. It just never was close from the get-go. Yeah, that continuous clock. They don't want you hanging 100. The Utah High School Athletic Association, and I don't necessarily either run up the middle.
Yep, quick handoff. He continued with the option, but the handoff went straight ahead, good for about 4 yards. Got an injured player.
Yeah, Hayden Ives is going to hit this hole really hard, though. A nice tackle.
I think Tyler Hunt, I think that's who I saw, number 44. He's on his back right now. Might be just a cramp, I'm not sure, but he took about 2 steps and then went to the turf. Says, that hurt, whatever it was. So it's still 10-7. Snow Canyon leading over the Tigers.
Yeah, Van Gils hit a 23-yard field goal with about 9:54 left in that game. So Snow Canyon has a 10-7 lead. Dixie's up 44-7 last report. Dates brought to you by Hearst Ace Hardware. Helpful folks. Panthers taking a knee right now. Intermountain Sports Medicine injury timeout on the field. He's walking under his own power. But you're right, Mike. It's your sophomore DN, Kyler Hunt, shaking up a little bit. It's like a leg. He's kind of favoring one leg a little bit.
A little picture we just saw there of the fans. I thought that's pretty typical. The little kid was eating pizza, and the little girl was on her mom's phone. All right, this game's over, folks. Looking for entertainment and good food. Hey, thanks again to our great sponsors. We do have Camping World in St. George, Buck's Ace Hardware, Roy's Pizza and Pasta. Help us out with our pregame shows. Swing around the near side, finding a hole across the 30, out across the 35, and more. A first down. Nice little run there by Wolfgram.
Yeah, Wolfgram, and got a lot of the offense tonight. Get him the ball in space. You can see shifty, athletic kid.
Yep. Let's see, is he just a
junior?
Junior. Maybe back next year. I think he'll be good next year. Maybe he'll have some better help there. All right, so it's out across the 35 to the 36, 1st and 10. In motion, Lambert. On the fly, they give it to him. He gets to the outside, tries to cut back in, crosses the 40 up to the 41. Get a gain of 5 yards. That'll bring up second down and 5 to go. Lambert's get up a little slow. Been a long night for him.
He's got the only touchdown of the night.
Yep. 6.5 to go in this one. You see him on the fly.
Yeah, that time got the edge and missed tackle, and he's spinning and fighting. Took a shot, though. He fought so long once they stood him up. He took a shot from the backside.
Yep. Hustling a few different players in and out of the game now for the Pineview Panthers. Young man Nicholas Levitt checks in. Second and about 4 yards to go now for the Tigers. And again, little option goes up the middle, busting through. First down to midfield. Good, great second effort there. And that was Hayden Eves on the carry.
Yeah, Eves he's starting to get some positive plays there. Of course, Panthers got a lot of their underclassmen, a lot of sophomores, some juniors out on the field right now. All the starters, night done for the most part.
Yep. Great opportunity for these young guys to get in and get some good playing time. So, Tigers moving the football here. One wide out either side. Again, they try to work that end around. Big hole up the middle, and it's Wolfgram. He's off to the races, cuts back still on his feet, crosses inside the 25. Down he goes, and it'll be 1st and 10 at about the 24-yard line.
Yeah, nice tackle at the end of that play by Teague Snow, but Wolfgram, again, getting some running room now, having some open space. That same play, they ran that play 6 or 7 times tonight, but that one the best of the night as far as execution goes.
Defense got sucked in that time. They were kind of expecting the big wide sweep, and they all kind of looked that way, and I think Wolfgram could see it. He cut in behind him and had a big gainer. 4.5 now to go in this football game. 77-7. Pineview getting their third win in Region 9 here tonight. And again, a bust up the middle, good for 8 or 9 yards.
Yeah, it's still
Eves with the carry.
Still pretty much the starters in for the Tigers.
Yep.
Trying to punch another one in.
Other than the guys that don't get a lot of playing time for Hurricane either, I don't have a problem with this. I mean, you want these guys to say, to realize, hey, we can do some things. We still need to understand what to look for, how to run. We want to put something together late. 3 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the game. 2nd and 3. Brock Starley back, hands it off. Big hole up the middle. Once again, Wolfgram fumbles the football, but they rule him down.
Yeah, he stretched, trying to get everything he could, put the ball out, and it popped off the turf. Dead ball, no fumble. Report Isaac Lees with a pick 6 for Snow Canyon on 4th down. And so that's a 2-possession lead for Snow Canyon on the road at Cedar.
Wow.
6:50 left. 70-yard pick 6 for Isaac Lees. Pick 6, excuse me.
Warriors stepping it up tonight. That would be a big win for them up at Cedar. Here it's 1st and goal from the 4-yard line. And sweeping to the outside. It's a cakewalk. In he goes. And that's the guy at Holtman carry. He deserves it.
Yeah, he pay him off. Wolfgram's run hard tonight. And just really, really happy to see him punch that one in. They used him a lot on this particular drive. Kind of set up that nice touchdown run right there with a couple other ones earlier in the series.
Good job by the camera crew. Got a picture that finally the Hurricane faithful had something to yell about. Nicely done. They'll try for one more. It's 77-13. Again, clock's running through all of this. And it's not going to be long before we wrap it up here tonight from Pineview High School. And they're going to, not sure what they're doing. Oh, they need one more player. So they're waiting for that 11th guy. Then they'll kick it away. And no good. Pushed it. So they missed that opportunity. We're going to keep it right here. 77-13. Here's the touchdown run again. Actually ran through an arm tackle, avoided a second arm tackle, and then finally got it in. Wolfgram. The right spot tonight for the Tigers. So they will kick off. Pineview will have it one more time, and almost assuming they're going to run the clock out here. All they really have to do is about 3 plays, use as much clock as they can.
So 44-14, Dixie. Canyon View did score a touchdown, but Dixie still in full control. 17-7 now after Isaac Lees, a 75-yard pick 6. I've seen 70, I've seen 75 on Twitter, so I don't know what it is. And that makes it...
It's long one.
That makes it a 10-point lead for the Warriors. About 6 minutes and 50 seconds left in that game.
Ball is taken at the 10-yard line. They're trying to set up a wall on the near side. And right down the sideline, up across the 40-yard line, unless he stepped out. No, I think he got there. Nice run up the near sideline. And great job there by that young man.
Watch the block by Bateman. Gavin Bateman, number 12 for Pineview. Right here, front, leading the pack. He is, I don't know if you can see it right there. Boom. Just pancake block, and nice return out across the 40 for the Panthers.
Yeah, nicely done. All that work to perfection there for Sean Allen. Long pass over the top, too tall, had a man open.
I don't necessarily love this. I mean, you're taking a shot, and it's 77-13.
I mean, well, the clock runs is the only thing. So
yeah, you're not slowing the game down by running the football. But do you really need another touchdown right now?
I wouldn't think so. Well over top. Now there's a new guy out there. Cooper Mills says, yeah, throw it to me.
Yeah, you want to get these young guys some reps. It's a tough decision to make, but...
Now it's a 5-yard procession call against the offensive team. 1:05 to go in the game. We may get one more play, possibly 2. But now Pineview just take their time. A little pass over the middle, caught, complete out to about the 50-yard line. And that'll bring up second down and about 2 to go. Well, Pineview's going to hustle. They want one more play. Now they reset their team. And this may be the final play. It's going to be a run. Starting up the middle, kicking to the outside, to the 40, 35, 30, down the far sideline, 20-yard line, and knocked out of bounds. Yeah, Pineview wants to hurry, but they'll set that ball and start the clock.
Yeah, I think they just want to kneel on it. You know, I don't think there's a need to run a play here. They haven't even set the change yet.
Yeah, but the clock's running, so it doesn't matter. They're going to go, put it up in the air, tipped and incomplete, and that'll be it. Game over. Finally, a long one tonight for the Hurricane Tigers, as it was a night of nothing working for them, and everything worked for Pine.
Yeah, big performance. You know, they were frustrated. They lost last week. They laid it all out there took it out on the Hurricane Tigers. And, you know, this is a lopsided game as I can ever remember between Pineview and Hurricane.
I agree.
You go back to 2006, 7, 8, all the way through about 2014 or 15. There was a lot of close games. And hopefully, you know, Tigers can kind of regroup and build on this season, you know, get ready for this last couple games of the year and try to get some young guys some reps and regroup for next year and get a little bit better. For Pineview, you know, statement win, sure, you could say it's a statement win. But this is a team that does have a lot of confidence, has a lot of talent, as we saw here tonight on both sides of the football. There should be a threat in the 4A state playoffs.
I agree. All right, we're going to take just a 60-second break. We'll come back, hand out some honors, see what stats we have. Then, of course, we do have the post-game show coming up immediately after this one. But it was all Pineview here tonight as they get it done 77-13. They roll over. The Hurricane Tigers were back in 60.
Radio Dixie 91.3. We don't play that. Nope, not that. A big fat no there. That's what we play. And stuff like that. On St. George's only alternative, Radio Dixie 91.3. Oh, and from 9 till midnight, we play this. I need a one dance. And this. Radio Dixie 91.3 FM.
There is a place where young and old make connections. Where kids feel like grown-ups. And grown-ups feel like kids. There is a place where beauty arises in contrast. Where wonder is universal. And laughter second nature. There is a place where friends find a future. Families find each other. And feelings find their home. There is a place.
And we welcome you back once again into the Johnson Pediatric Dentistry post-game show, where Dr. Cody Johnson and staff will do all they can to make your kids feel right at home. See why so many are choosing Johnson Pediatric. 628-0511.
Yeah, this will be interesting. I'm sure Desert Hills, he'll scout it out. They'll play Pineview next week. We'll have that game for you on CEC TV, sportsradio977.com, and, of course, on the airwaves, 1210 a.m. But for this one, you know, not much you can say other than just utter domination by the Pineview Panthers tonight. A really good game plan. You know, the adversity with, you know, the suicide at the Pineview student. You know, you lost last week to Dixie and maybe lost the inside track to the region title and the 1 seed. But they know they can still get that 2 seed at the very worst, even if Dixie wins out, because they play Desert Hills next week. And you know, that gives them, you know, kind of a tiebreaker or whatever. And Desert Hills and Dixie still have to play the final week of the season.
That's right, yeah.
So Pineview's still in a really good spot. They played aggressive tonight. They played fast tonight. It wasn't desperation. It was under control, but the momentum was theirs all night long.
You know, you called it a statement game, and I think it was. And it was more of a statement of who they are and what they can do. Not that they were going to go out and beat this team that's coming in tough. Because I think they pretty much knew from the beginning that they really had the inside. But they come out, played their game, ran it to perfection almost tonight. And we don't even have time to go through the highlights because it takes us all the rest of the night.
Yes, you know, for Skylar Miller and this Hurricane staff, they don't have a lot of talent. They're trying to coach them up the best they can. But I was impressed with, you know, Wolf Graham tonight.
Yep.
You know, Cordova's a nice player. Eves ran the ball hard. Starley, made some mistakes, but stayed in it, gave his team, some opportunities to move the ball, score some points. He had pressure all night long.
All night long. I think that was the tough thing. He really had no time to kind of set up. A couple of those are set to kind of, pass block, but let him through, throw the screen. He didn't even have time to complete that one at all tonight. So it was just a tough all-around night for the Hurricane Tigers, who still are winless here on the season, in particular right here in Region 9.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be fun, fight to the finish this last couple of weeks. Dixie, Desert Hills, Pineview, all right in the middle of the top of the Region 9 standings. Dixie did go final. They did win tonight, 44-14. I know Russ and Paul, the guys, will have more on that game. I'm sure if you put up 44 points, Reggie Graff must have had a nice night, quarterback of the Dixie Flyers.
So,
I am hearing there's about 5 minutes left. We might even be able to get a little bonus coverage here on ESPN Radio. Isaac Lees had a pick six for Snow Canyon. Then Tay Washington picked another pass, but then Fry, the quarterback for Snow Canyon, 2 plays later threw a pick back, but then there was a turnover on down. So Snow Canyon's got the ball back, trying to use a little clock, up 17-7.
Wow, what a good one. All right, we're going to wrap it up here from this one. Not much we've said all we can say about it, except we do need to hand out a little bit of honors. And let's start with the easy one, because I think we ought to go with the Appliance Wholesalers Plus Playmaker of the game. And let's give the big guy here,
Yeah,
too.
I love it. I like Brooks. I know him and was good friends with his late father, and his mom is a sweetheart. He's got such a great, great family. And, the big guy gets the pick six on the screen pass and takes it in for the score. That's your playmaker play of the game. That made it 14-0, and kind of an easy decision there because there was a lot of big plays. I thought the Dallin Brown 75, 76-yard run was electrifying. Just raced up the middle. Looked like it was a called pass. You could go with Dallin Brown almost every week as your dad's trucking player of the game. He did have 7 total touchdowns tonight. Tosh Wright had 3 on the ground, though.
Yes, he did. What do? Do you go with him on the outstanding night? But, again, you said you could do it time after time. And there's other guys that stepped up and did some good things tonight. I mean, Isaiah Moten had a kind of a good night tonight. Bateman made some big hits. But the guys are out there doing the things that they have to do. But I got to narrow it right back down. I don't know how you go against 7 touchdowns.
Yeah, I mean, you go. I like the way on defense. So if you're giving a defensive award, I thought Colby Hansen had a really good
I would
game
go
on
with
defense.
that.
If you give a defensive dash trucking player of the game, I'd go Hansen, but Dallin Brown 7 touchdowns, Tosh Wright 3 touchdowns, plenty of offense. Hunter Moore caught 1, Michael Moore caught 2, so the Moore brothers caught 3 total touchdowns tonight. A lot of love for the offense. So fun night. Appreciate Dash Trucking, run strong since 1988. Your quality service carry. Don't forget to fuel up, grab a snack at their Ernie's Sinclair stations. They got one at the top of the boulevard in Hurricane, in Cedar, and the original location up there in Beaver. But Dallin Brown 7 touchdowns, I think, offensive dash trucking player of the game. And then we got to go a little love for the defense with Colby Hansen as your Panthers defensive player of the game. If I was to give one to Hurricane, even in a blowout loss, I would go with Wolfgram.
I'm with you on that one all the way. By the way, stop on your way home. That big score dessert is waiting for you. Actually, it's been waiting since the first quarter. So get down there and take
Yogurtland, first 5 ounces are free. Get you the plain tart. Get you one of their great Yogurtland. And put all your favorite toppings on it, the strawberries and everything.
There you go.
As for our Jimmy John's Super Sub of the game, I'm probably going to go with Daylor Reimer, one of their deeper receivers. He had a nice game.
He did.
Almost had that touchdown. They tackled him at the 7, but Daylor Reimer, got to show some love for more of the Pineview Panthers offensive players, but he's your Jimmy John's Super Sub. 5 Southern Utah locations, always freaky fast.
All right, it was over quickly here tonight, but now it's official, 77-13, the final score here tonight as the Pineview Panthers get the big win.
The guys will track down or get you bonus coverage of Snow Canyon, but I'm hearing Snow Canyon just scored again. There's about 3 or 4 minutes left in that game, and it looks like they're about to close out the Redmond. Huge win if it holds up. I think it's 24-7.
Amen. Good luck to them. All right, Dixie gets the win. They are tied for first place in the region. That's going to do it. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate the guys on TV We had it for you every which way. All we wish we had it maybe a little bit closer ball game. 77-13 the final. If you have a Double D Devin Dixon, Mike saying good night from Pineview.